テストテスト。はい、聞こえますか皆さん。Hello, can you hear me? やべこれ。So I'm really sorry for being late. Hey, at least I'm right. I'm less than 1 hour late. Almost. So yeah, I was caught on traffic. I'm really sorry about that. Hi. ちょっと待って。私はどこ? Where is me? Oh no, where is me? Oh my god. Okay. I think this is me. Hi! Oh my god. Okay, so, good evening! Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Konbanwa. My name is Anzu and I'm an apricot that delivers packages from me to you. So, how was everybody? I'm so sorry I'm late. Forgive this apricot and you Kaede! I saw what you were typing. You betrayed me! Kaede! How daring you? What do you mean, Don't me. So, yeah, hello guys, I'm really sorry for keeping you waiting. Hi. Hello, TPJ, Zudi, and General Nishimiya, Meme Lord, I'm not a peach. And hello, Kaori, you traitor. You traitor. How could you? Alright. Security area. So, today's package delivery is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And we started playing the second Great Ace Attorney game. So, we're still in the first case. The Adventure of the Blossoming Attorney. Hello, Trev. Good boy. My doggy says hi, guys. I need to be ready before the cute voice arrives. No one's ever ready when Onesan speaks. I hope the volume of the game is alright for you guys. Let me know if it's too soft. Don't get cold again. I'll try not to. I mean, honestly, I'm not sleeping that late and I've been sleeping alright. It's just that the weather. I always struggle on the last few months of the year because of weather changes. Sometimes it becomes so cold and so hot and, a mix. Yeah. Escort to witness. Hello, Skillmo! It's nice to see you again. I'm so happy to know that you're right already, ne? Hi. Okay, docs. Where am I? 13th August, 10:41 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber 3. I am so sorry, Sasato. I should have told you about the toxin. Ray. You have a strong sense of responsibility. I know. That's why you decided to shoulder the burden alone. No, that's not it at all. I was just scared of my failure coming to light, that's all. So I hope to retrieve the substance from the Englishwoman before anyone found out. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? That you had no doubt in your mind about my innocence. That you'd stand by me to the last. Toxin? Yeah, so apparently from the lab of the university, Giselle Brett, our Englishwoman who died, the victim of the case, she stole some poison from the lab. I think it was her. And Ray here is a underling or like a student of Mikotoba, the dad of Susato. Basically she found out, so she was trying to get the poison back from Giselle before people finding out that she failed to, basically keep the poisons and stuff going into other people's hands. But, well, that did not come to a good ending, ne? Alright. Oh, that's a cute emote, skill mo. I love those. The Japanese emojis are so cute. My favorite is the one that's always crying and shouting. I remember. Henyan, I didn't deserve your trust in me. I hid important details from you, Susato. I completely betrayed your faith in me. Hit me, Susato! I deserve it! No! In fact, throw me to the floor! No, that's too good for me as well. Drag me through the city streets! I'm no better, you know. Oh? Even though in my heart I knew that you'd pulled the knife blade from Miss Brett's back, there was just a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you. Susato! I'm sorry. After I stood here and promised you that I'd stand by you and always be on your side, I betrayed your faith in me too. And as such, I failed you as a lawyer. Oh, no! No!
I think this situation has taught both of you a valuable lesson. Placing your unbridled faith in another is no easy task.
Oh, that's true. Yes, Father, that fact has certainly struck home. Which is why I can see more clearly now. So, Ray. Yes? Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? Oh, Susato. You know you'll always be a gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now. Oh, Ray. I didn't know we were watching Yuri. Oh, God. I was so scared, you know, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. The Englishwoman was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. I know it was you who stole the poison.
Well now, whatever do you mean?
And then a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back.
Hello, Chang. Yuku-yuku-chan. How are you? I hope you've been well.
It all happened right before my eyes. And you were the... Oh, sorry, and then Susato. And you were the only people in the hut at the time. That's right. Just Miss Brett and myself. There was no one else. So I just don't understand how she could possibly have been stabbed like that.
A great mystery indeed.
I still can't believe it happened. That's why I just couldn't bring myself to speak up. Knife is already examined. Yeah, we have it. I think it had some initials, I believe, on the knife. But the initials don't belong to anyone we have so far. She reached max level and wow, oh my god. Doing the Giga Depressed now. Oh, gambarimasu. It will be alright. However it happened, and whatever really went on by the sea that day, I promise you that I'm going to prove everything you've said you saw is true.
That's right. Also, doggy cam.
Spoken like a true Mikotoba. Now, I think we should discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you? We don't have much time. We must make sure we have our facts in order.
Yes, I expect the poison is going to come under close scrutiny in the upcoming proceedings. The police should hopefully have identified it on the blade by now. The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory synthesized blend of alkaloids. The police won't have any way of testing for it. Oh, I see.
Yes, without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin.
Chemical reagent?
I sent a colleague of mine off with some earlier to deliver to police headquarters. I think perhaps you should have some as well though, just in case.
だららら、ケミカルリジェント。
Extracted from plants or animals? I guess a mix of plant and synthesized stuff. That's my guess.
What's the matter, Susato? You're suddenly very quiet.
It's this newspaper article. Exclusive. Deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. I'm wondering how the information got out, given that it was a government secret. It was all that English woman's doing! What? It was when the professor and Soseki-san were being interviewed at the laboratory. That so-called English lady swanned in and without any compunction said to Professor Mikotoba... Was it compunction or conjunction? My eyes fail me at times.
Oh, Professor, surely your guests would love to hear about your work on the substance there. It put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. But Soseki-san's curiosity has been piqued, so I had little choice but to give him a cursory introduction.
Most likely, yeah. Medical research. I mean, it is in the medical department, if I remember right.
Yeah. Anzu, why is your dog dead? What? No! My dog is not dead. He's sleeping.
He just ate, and every time he's full, he ends up like kapow. He ends up falling asleep. This is why he's getting fat. He's not dead. He's loaf. Who is it? Oh, Uhtred. That's the name of my doggy. The one on the screen. He's more famous than I am. I believe the chat loves him more than me. I'm so sad. But at the same time, I understand. He's too adorable. Oh, John. That's Iron Owl. In Twitch, he's known as John X Pleb. So we call him John. We met first in Twitch. So then, Soseki-san knew about the poison.
Yes, and it's highly likely that the reporter who was writing up the story about us would have caught a glimpse of the toxin too.
This many memo-san. It's a pun. It's a pun. It's a pun for many memos. Oh my god, why did I realize that? Did I realize that before? Oh gods. By the way, did that reporter join you all when you went to the beach? Oh, no, I don't remember the reporter being there.
Indeed, he shouldn't have been. I very much doubt anyone would have wanted him there.
Oh?
A known criminal had been given permission by the authorities to bathe by the seaside. Soseki-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office.
Yet he obviously didn't go back. He secretly followed the party to the beach and, well, took this very candid photograph. And then presumably he posted it anonymously to the police.
Yes, that must be what happened.
Counsel! We've just heard that the new witness is now ready to testify. The trial is about to resume. Please proceed into the courtroom at once.
The seaside that they're talking about, the beach, is... Oh god, my camera's moving upward. Basically, it's, what do you call that? It's like a private-ish area wherein it's sealed off from everyone else. It's not really for public use. So, yeah.
It's time to steal ourselves one again then. Defense attorney Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Yes!
Chaka-chan.
Ray has put her faith in me now and told me everything. So I can't let her down. I have to prove that what she's telling the court is true. I have to prove what really happened that day.
Ta-da-ta-da.
Cam arm is needed. I don't have such a thing. I wonder if this would reach the end of my... Hold on. The end of my desk. Or is it too far? Oh, it's too far. Wow. Minasan, I have no armrest. Hold on. Ito. Oh god, I don't know how to do this. I also have to be careful. I think there's a bra hanging on one of the handles. That's a shirt, so don't worry. My bra. Oh lord. Okay. I guess this will... No, it's gonna fall down. Never mind. You know what? I'll sacrifice my arm muscles and do this anyway. Hehe.
I can't let you see my bra. We're not even that acquainted yet, chat. No way. Nuh-uh. Nyoho.
Alright, so back to the court. Whisper, whisper, whisper. There's Ouchie, my man. My dude.
I hereby call this court to order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Rei Membami.
I want that uniform from the guard.
Well, you gotta go through the civil exam first.
Prosecutor Ouchi, have you summoned a new witness?
Before I address that question, Your Excellency, I have some very important news to share.
Oh?
What news? And why does he look so happy about it?
During the recess, with the collaboration of Professor Mikotoba's laboratory at Yume University, the police re-examined the knife that was used to end Miss Giselle Brett's life.
Excellent. I admire your rapid handling of the matter.
Oh, too kind, Your Excellency, too kind. I was merely carrying out your instructions, of course.
I had the regent delivered to police headquarters by rickshaw, so it would be there in good time.
But judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable.
And counsel, what were the results?
This dagger, which was cruelly used to end the life of the victim, has no trace of poison anywhere along its blade.
What? Are you sure about that?
I would stake the reputation of the police on it.
Armed with the regent, the test is extremely simple. They couldn't have made a mistake.
Da-la-la-la.
So the knife had no poison. So I'm still betting my butt that it's in the wine or something she drank. Because in the photos, right, we saw that she had some drink near her. Maybe the pen was to substitute for the cup that she was actually holding. And the only person I can think of who has a pen is the reporter. So what if the reporter is the bad guy? What if he's a spy, an assassin? Oh my god, I've cracked this case! I hope not. I hope not. I hope I didn't just predict the whole thing. Oh my god.
In short, the accused's feeble excuse earlier has been utterly destroyed.
Huh? Yes, Gamo, we got Doggy Cam. He's asleep. He just ate, so he's, full. He gets sleepy.
Now the prosecution is ready to call the new witness.
Ah, the newspaper reporter who managed to capture a photograph of the crucial moment. Good.
Wait, the newspaper guy?
Very well, officer. Bring in the witness.
No trace of poison on the knife. But if that's really the case... how could the toxin have entered the victim's body?
Bam bam bam.
Reporter was an emperor in disguise? Holy lord.
Witness! Please state your name and occupation for the court.
Write in many memo of the Shoyu News. I'm what people like to call a giorno.
Giorno.
What's a giorno, father?
Do you know? It's simply a contraction of journalist.
I'm there when the news breaks, putting pen to paper to catch those scoops so they're in the print next morning. They don't call me the hero of the herd for nothing. The hero of the herald for nothing. The nice guy of news.
Mine, suspenders. Ciao.
Oh, so it was you who took this photograph, was it? Well, what we have here? I'm sorry? Oh, brace yourselves, people! Mimi Memo sends us a scoop in the offing. Female student up to foul play defended. Oh my god, he found out. He knows we're a girl! Female student up to foul play defended by curiously handsome young lawyer in Supreme Court. Oh, never mind. He still thinks we're a handsome guy. Okay, that's good. The readers will lap this up. We'll set it above the fold at 72 point in a 5-leg formal for the morning edition. Nani? あなたには、なのですか?
何
The font is a bit small on my end. I'm not sure what's that kanji. The one after anatawa. I know it's the first kanji for English, but the second one's a bit small for my eyes. Nani? 彼はどうやってそれが女の子だと分かったの? I don't think he found out yet that we're a girl. So far.
So far. We're still bishonen.
Huh? Right then, let's start with your name. Oh, it's Ryotaro Naruhodo. Next, what made you want to become a lawyer? I wanted to reform our country's legal system, I suppose.
Ryotaro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see.
I just borrowed Kazuma-sama's dream for a while. Oh my god, Susato.
By the way, my name is Taketsuchi Aochi. That's Taketsuchi Aochi. The so-called dark horse of the Supreme Court, my objections strike fear into every defense lawyer's heart.
Oh, hello, Wolf of the Cosmic. Welcome. How are you? Have you been well? That reporter is very yabai. Seems like a nosy type of reporter. You get your shotgun? No, we can't be murderers in court. Do it outside court. Hi, I hope you've been well, ne Cosmic. I don't like how he licks his pen. That's not a ball pen. It's a pencil. Now, the readers won't buy that.
Witness.
Yes?
What this court demands to know is whether or not you were responsible for taking this picture.
Ka-chow.
It was delivered anonymously to the Imperial Police Bureau only yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a journo if I didn't click quick when presented with a scoop like that now, would I? Sometimes stories call out to me, sometimes I have to chase them down, but either way, you've got to be fast. Fast legs to run with and a fast hand to write with. It's no good if you don't note it down, I always say. That's what I call my mini-memoism. Mini-memoism. Yeah, I think I got that right. Mini-memoism. Mini-memoism?
Ah, yes, I remember your face. We met that day when you were interviewing myself and Soseki-san.
Yeah, that's right. That was me. Mini-memo again.
But you were supposed to be going back to the Shoyu News offices after our meeting.
But the scoop is I didn't. Because that English woman's words had piqued my journalistic interest.
Miss Brett's words?
A criminal left to do as she pleases just because she happens to be a British citizen. It's horse dung! This country's judiciary is rotten to the core. I like how that's their way of saying horse shit. Horse dung! Oh yeah. The Supreme Court's rulings aren't worth the paper they're written on. The police are just imperial pawns.
Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex political issues at play.
Well, anyway, I quickly jotted down those words she said in my memo pad. Are you ready? I'll read it out. It's all here. Right, here goes. I should like to go with everyone to see your country's coast. A serious criminal going on some junket. The people need to know about this. That's why I decided to sneak after them. To get the woman's story so I could hammer her in the press.
Do you mean to say that you did indeed witness it firsthand? The grim scene portrayed in this photograph?
Oh yeah, I saw it with my very own journal eyes. From start to finish, through the viewfinder of my trusty camera.
Thank you, Mini-memo-san. You will now give a formal testimony before the court. You will state exactly what it is that you witnessed of the events surrounding Miss Brett's death.
Bum bum bum.
Hello, Gungin. You love memo? Oh, I was guessing he was the type to talk fast, and it seems like there was a part he was talking about fast legs and arms, so I guess it was a good call. I'm just kind of surprised I haven't really twisted my tongue yet with his memo puns. And hello, I hope you've been well, ne. I'm really sorry I'm late. I was caught in Philippine traffic, man. Ugh, Philippine traffic. The camera never lies. The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of gaps I could see inside through. The English woman was sitting on a stool when the student girl came in and started arguing with her.
Wait. If it's easy to peek through the hut, there'll be a lot of peepee toms, you know?
What if this guy just wanted to peep through to see Giselle Brett change into her swimwear?
Huh, hentai da ne. Hentai! Wa, omae. Onna no teki da.
Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. My smoldering journal spirit burst into flames. Quick as a flash, I whipped out my camera, ready to click. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through poked the lens through for the perfect shot.
Kapil. Hentai da zo.
Too fast, too furious. So. Read screens, you say? Right. You can see them clearly enough in that gray shot I snapped. basically, for those who don't know what a reed is, they're like really tall grass-like plants, but they're not like fine leaves. They're like quite thick and sturdy. So yeah, they're pretty good for making huts or, you know, anything with whatever you got out there in the wild. You're 15 minutes behind the stream. That's okay. It happens. Sometimes if I'm looking at my own stream also, it's like, whoa, I'm behind my own stream. The hut walls were just screens made of coarsely woven reeds.
Yes, it allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief from the summer heat.
Oh, that's also true. And it was a breeze for me to poke my camera through and see the whole thing hotting up. Ignoring for the time being the appalling invasion of privacy involved, did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut? Oh yes, I saw it. I saw the whole thing from start to finish. And you say that you took the photograph through a gap in one of the screens. Luckily for me, they were pretty shoddily woven. I pulled the reeds apart and thrust the lens of my camera through the gap. Would I get away with it, or would I be seen? It was a gamble of a lifetime.
A tenacity of purpose that's considered admirable in a journalist, I suppose.
Run a risk one day, run a skip the next. That's many memoism in a nutshell. You were like, where's many memo? Oh god.
At last, it would appear we have a genuine witness to this wicked crime. The evidence and testimony are extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict.
No!
Wonderful news, Your Excellency. Wonderful.
You need a redo. Oh god, CPG, it happens. No, it happens.
Nevertheless, it cannot be denied that this testimony begs one very large question.
What question?
Oh, Uhtred actually flipped over. That's cute.
Exclusive news, a startling photograph, all the makings of an exceptional story for the reporter. Why then was the story never published?
Oh, that's right. Oh-ho, he's speechless. Oh-ho, he's speechless.
It seems clear to me that there are circumstances at play here that are yet to be understood.
Ha! More pathetic excuses.
Very well then, Counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Excellency. There's more to this reporter than meets the eye. He's keeping something about this case very close to his chest. Or maybe we have to open his chest then. So chat, give me the scalpel. You thought my dog is a bread? That's okay. He looks like one. He's Uhtred of Beban bread. That's right.
Mata!
What made you want to see what was happening inside the beach hut in the first place? Oh, sorry, I pressed that by accident. Call it Giorno instinct. Can you think of a better reason? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps because as well as being a proven criminal, the person inside was a young woman. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Brace yourselves, people. He's painting the Giorno as a voyeur. It's hardly slander, sir. You had a camera, and you were taking pictures without the woman's knowledge.
Nope, you got it all wrong, little student boy.
Sorry?
To my mind, all that was inside the hut was a scoop. Nothing more, nothing less. Scoops know no gender. Man or woman, it's all news. That's not even many memoism. It's basic journalism.
If only the courtroom was as indiscriminate.
Right, so if that's all buttoned up, can we move on?
Tell the court then, witness. What sight befell your eyes when you looked inside the hut?
Honestly though, this reporter is starting to creep me out. I mean, if I had my picture taken in a hut without my knowledge,
That's hentai.
yabai yabai watashi shinda.
Don't die. A sight that vindicated my journal instinct, that's what. When I pulled back the reeds, I could see it all as clear as day.
Okay, so let's press this one.
Hentai da zo.
So, you actually saw Membami-san entering the hut? Oh god, I pressed it again by accident.
Yep, and she was raging like my journal spirit.
And the argument you mentioned, what was that about exactly?
You stole it. I didn't steal it. That kind of thing.
Talking about the poison, I suppose.
The student girl walked right up to the English woman and really started laying it into her. I mean, if she'd laid into her anymore, there would have been eggs.
The man should have been an author. His descriptive talents are wasted on journalism.
But the student's rantings fell on deaf ears, like a Japanese person listening to English for the first time.
He really ought to work out on his similes first though, to be honest.
Anyway, the point is, that woman in the dock was mightily angry. And her temper finally got the better of her, it seems. Dear me, dear me.
Do you guys know what oh dear or dear me or dear in general is in Japanese? That's actually the ara. That's why ara is more of like dear dear, oh dear, oh my. It's like these are like the closest translations you can have for those expressions. So imagine Ouchi here is saying that in Japanese. He's going something like
Ara ara.
right? That's so that's kind of funny.
Ara ara. Her temper finally got the better of her, it seems. Which was the climatic moment that I caught on film.
Oh, poor pencil, being broken over and over.
Arama.
Do you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place? Oh god, I keep pressing that by accident, sorry.
Ha! The precise moment? I didn't see just that. I saw the whole hellish scene play out, from start to finish. I have here a simple plan of the beach hut. Perhaps you could use it to explain to the court exactly what you witnessed.
Oh, something's not right. Why are you saying dot dot dot?
Right you are. It's all here in my mini memo pad.
I like saying that.
Mini memo pad. Mini memo pad. Mini memo pad. Mini memo pad.
How many pencils does he have? I have no idea. He probably has a whole pencil case in his pocket or something. Or maybe a whole box.
Maybe he's sponsored.
Sponsored by pencils, man.
When I first peered into the hut, I'm sure that the English woman was on this stool at the back of the hut here.
何を待ってください。え？何？ Who doesn't take pictures in the beach hut? Oh my god. 何？
Ah, yes, the accused's own testimony confirmed that.
She just sat at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly, is what I have noted down.
It's my turn to testify now. Try not to interrupt.
Ugh.
Then the next moment, as I was watching, the evil student girl entered the hut. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing furiously. Whoa. The English woman went for the student, but the girl dodged out of the way. And in a flash, plunged the knife into her adversary's back as the two passed each other.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Something about this doesn't rub me right. 何かな?
What you described is a grim crime scene indeed.
Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what many memoism says.
Something's not right about that testimony. I don't know. Something's weird. Something smells like you barely saw anything? Well, here's the thing. He was asked where he was, right? But instead he just went straight to describing what was there. By the way, Many Memo-san, whilst you were watching that terrible scene unfold before your eyes through the gap in the screen, did it not occur to you to try to prevent the tragedy rather than capture it on film? Journos have to be observers. We can't get involved. That's our... Oh no, how do you pronounce this? This is French, isn't it? This was the title of the ending song of Chobits back in the day. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know that anime. Raison d'être? Raison d'être? I can't French fry. Wait, I can't French fry baguette croissant. How do you say this? Google, help me. I want to know. You might say it again. Pronunciation. Raison d'être? Is that how you say? Oh god, there's an ad. Chotto matte. I need to know. How do you say this word? Oh god.
Bonjour, this is Julian, the Frenchman who makes French pronunciation videos here on YouTube, and we are looking at how to pronounce with a typical French pronunciation as well as in English. This
Just
French
tell me the
expression
pronunciation.
commonly used in English and meaning for being, or reads in French with raison d'être, raison d'être, d'être, raison d'être.
Raison
But in English,
d'être.
it is usually said as raison d'être, raison d'être, from French.
Raison d'être. I can't. I cannot French. I cannot. I can't. I'm not enough, you know. I can't.
Raison d'être.
Raison
Raison d'être.
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 Raison d'être. Wait, no, that's not right.
Raison d'être.
Raison d'être. No. Raison d'être.
Raison d'être.
Raison d'être. I keep hearing raison. Raise on your debtor. I can't. Why? I hear raise on your debtor. Why? Why would I raise on my debtor?
Raison d'être.
Raison d'être.
Raison d'être.
Raison d'être. Okay. Oh god, I'll never get over that. Raise on your debtor. Oh my god. Raison d'être. So you didn't converse with Miss Brett at all? Obviously not. An observer always remains on the outside looking in. And that's something to be proud of, is it?
Your Excellency, if I may. Yes, Professor. I think the witness's last expertly phrased statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony.
Father, what are you...
I will grant the defense request. Many Memo-san, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement.
Well, nihilism is the foundation of many memoism, but I'll gladly prove that my words aren't meaningless. I never once set foot in the hut nor spoke with the English woman. I was only there as an observer. But where were you? Really? You didn't set foot inside the hut at all? Are you quite sure about that? I think you may have the wrong impression of me. We're talking about murder scene here. My nerves were stretched to breaking point already. Oh, I see. You were scared. Maybe I did have the wrong impression of you, yes? It was all I could do to stifle a scream and hold my hand steady enough to snap the shot.
You really should have summoned help before thinking of your camera.
Many memoism and humanism don't always agree. And most of the time in those instances, many memoism comes out on top. Oh no, he's that kind of journalist. He concentrates more on the story but not really the people about it or in it. Dang. Huh? As a sculptor of stories, sometimes I have to be cruel for my art. Yes, that's spot on. Surely he's making all this up.
He claims to have spied the whole affair from start to finish. If true, his testimony is devastating.
But it does seem as though he's holding something back, doesn't it?
If that's how you feel, I suggest that you trust your instincts and press him on everything he sent. As you've no doubt seen done by many times before in your role as judicial assistant.
Yes, I have. I've seen witnesses like this pressed often. I know exactly what to do. Yeah, the people are the material kind. It's kind of like paparazzi, you know? Paparazzi. They don't really care about the stars or people that they make scoops on most of the time. And they don't really care if it's damning for people or not. It's kind of sad. I mean, yeah, sure, there are some scumbag, you know, artists out there, like actors and singers and stuff, but you know, sometimes it's just too much, in my opinion. Gotta get the scoop. The only scoop I care about is the ice cream scoop. I want ice cream now. I want chocolate chip mint ice cream right now. I don't care if you don't like it, I like it. It's my favorite, and you can't change that. No. You may say it tastes like toothpaste, but it doesn't. It just means you have bad taste buds. You don't know the difference between ice cream and toothpaste. Ha! Chocolate chip mint supremacy. Ha! Alright, okay. What evidences do we have? This one. This is something I want to look at. I wonder if that's him. That gap in the wall, maybe that's him. And this is what I'm talking about. Look. She's holding a pen, and it's so uncharacteristic because there's no notepad or anything anywhere. She wouldn't have this reason to have a pen, you know? So I feel like she was actually holding this and not the pen, you know? And the poison was in the wine or whatever that was. That's my guess. That's my big guess right now. Because it's so abnormal. Why would she have a pen? Wait, what were the initials in the pen? Okay, Uhtred also went out of the range of the camera, so I can close that now. But bros, apricots. RM. If Many Memo is really part of his name and not some kind of, you know, just nickname. If his name starts with R, he has to be the bad guy, bro. He has to be. He had something I'll not tell you about an hour ago.
Nani 2D?
Okay, I'm feeling like this reporter's the bad guy. Has to be the bad guy. But also, I'm curious about this picture. I mean, why would she pull out the knife? Did she or did she not? It's like, it's really... And considering she did, I feel like it's really weird. It's out of character. She would know the woman would die. Raito Mani Memo. Was that his name? It was an ice cream?
Nani 2D?
The label appears to be written in a foreign language that I don't know.
It's German, so your knowledge of English is going to be of little help here, I'm afraid.
Couldn't you just have written medicine on it in Japanese? Then we'd all be able to read it.
German is the international language of medicine, my dear. But yes, I can certainly see the merit in labeling the bottle in Japanese. Though I'm not sure medicine would be entirely appropriate.
Because this is our poison, right? I wonder if that's historically accurate. Was German the main language of medicine back in the day? Nothing special about the knife. Wait. Am I just seeing things? Oh, no. Okay, the chair was really there. Okay. Huh. Holy shite. Okay. If the cameraman was here... This is the thing. I get it now. What bothers me. If the cameraman is here... How would he have seen the moment that... That... What's her name? That Ray comes in. Because all you would see would be Giselle Brett's back, wouldn't it? At the same time, I feel like the murderer would be the one there. I feel like she was stabbed before she was poisoned. Wait. What if she... What if she drank this wine, which was poisoned, and then the person stabbed her, but she fell over not because of the stab wound, but because of the poison. Or she could have also fallen over because of the stab wound, but the poison's the thing that killed her. So that's when Ray comes in and sees the knife, and that's when the reporter actually took the photo of Ray taking out the knife. So that would mean that he didn't see everything from the start. I could be wrong. Latin is the main for medicine for all the times, if you remember right. I think so as well. You had mint ice cream? Like pure mint? No chocolate? Wow. Interesting. Wait, what was the cause of death again? Eto. Cause of death is a single stab wound from behind, piercing a lung and resulting in fatal hemorrhage. Death would have occurred within minutes. And then she had the thingy with the eyes. Then, also possible they just had to make sure that she dies. So they poisoned the wine at the same time they stabbed her. They had to make sure she dies. For some reason. Where was the dress when the photograph was taken? She's wearing her dress. And if you mean the one at the stand, it's somewhere here, probably. Yeah, this one would have been at the side. Eto. I guess we can press everything one more time. So what made you want to see inside? Chorno instinct. I feel like he's partly of hentai. A pervert. So young woman. Blah blah blah. Scoop and nothing less. Doesn't care about gender, which is also kind of weird. Okay, next statement. This is not that useful. A student entered and started arguing with her. So you actually saw her enter the hut. Yes, that was her, and she was raging. This is a bit concerning. He could just be making up this part. He could just be filling in the lines, you know? You stole it, I didn't steal it, that kind of thing. So they're talking about the poison. Walk right up to the English woman and started laying it into her. Okay. Climatic moment caught on film. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stand. This part is weird. Do you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place? The precise moment, I didn't see that. You saw the whole hellish scene play our hand. Has to be in this part. Has to be in this part. Many memo pan. Okay, let's do that one more time. So he first peered into the hut, and the English woman was on the chair. Okay, then the next moment she was here comes Ray. They're facing each other. The English woman went for the student, but the girl dodged out of the way and then stabbed her. Okay, this is my guess because he said that Giselle evaded, right? And then when they switch places, that's when Ray-san stabbed her at the back. But in the picture, we have the lady on the floor. So I wonder if he meant lunged, as in like just went for her, like went towards Ray and maybe tripped down and went on the floor, or were they standing? I wonder if that matters. Flashed out your camera, ready to play. By the way, did you choose to post the photograph why did you choose to anonymously send the photograph to police. I'm afraid I don't understand a word that's coming out of your mouth. I'm asking why, as a journalist, you decided not to make a story out of the incident. Think of me as a sculptor who makes art out of the sordid private details of other people's lives. But I never discuss my own personal life on principle. I mean, that's basic mini-memoism. Didn't Ray supposedly throw her down, not just dodge? Oh yeah, you're right. That too. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it. Yeah, you're right, Gungin. No doubt your burning desire to see the truth exposed and justice done was what motivated you. That's it, that's brilliant. My burning desire to see something or other exposed. What? There has to be a good reason why he didn't think to write an article about what he saw, though. By your own admission, you were outside the hut. How then did you manage to take the photograph? Ah, yes, that. I'm glad you asked. To the middle of the right wall? Are you sure? Is it on the right wall? Because this is the door. You could have been maybe somewhere here. Because if you're here on this side, I feel like, well, then again, you could probably. I guess it could be. He's estimately around either here or here. But I doubt if it's exactly here, because if you're around here, yeah, you could still get that correct angle, I think. Or around here, you could still get that correct angle on the photo. Something's not right. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. I get it. Why did I not? Oh no, never mind, never mind. The incriminating photo was taken by the reporter, right? And this one, the crime scene, is taken by the police, so never mind. I thought the crack on the photo. But maybe that would be also interesting to look at. Does he have a crack on his camera lens? But the two went inside didn't notice when you peeked through. Obviously not. If they had, where would I be right now? In jail, that's where. Yeah, definitely. Which you think would make you reflect on what you were doing? No, a journer's job is to collect little snippets of life as unobtrusively as possible. Leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but photos. Yes, that's spot on. Did he just make that up?
The point is, the witness risked life and limb to obtain this photograph. And this photograph reveals the whole truth. There is nothing more to be said.
I'd like to see your camera, sir. Do you have a crack on your lens? So he was never there, only as an observer.
Mata!
Really? You didn't set foot inside the hut at all? Or are you quite sure about that? I think you may have... Oh, right. We read this one already. He was scared. If this is an accurate model, there is no crack on his lens. If that's the case, he would not have been the one who has taken the photo. Footprints. Well, I don't think the footprints in the hut Wait. Wait. Oh, there are footprints. Ito. I'm just not sure if they would have been hers or someone else. You remember the fall? Ah, don't tell me yet. I haven't given up. So, yeah, it has something to do with seeing the whole thing. I don't think he saw the whole thing. I'm doubting him. It's somewhere here. Dun 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 dun. Alright. So it has something to do, I think, with him being there. I don't think this one is useful. It's those two that I'm a little... okay, we can do this. We can do this. Sitting on the stool, that's probably right. The girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor. The girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. On the floor and stabbed her on the back. Dun 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 dun. Boom 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 boom. Would she? But But do you think I should be showing this on his what do you call that? On his testimony about the evading thingamabob? Because I don't know. But then, okay, let's press this one more time. Mata. I think last time you played, you confirmed he took the picture. Oh, okay, never mind. We already confirmed. God darn it. That's true. Maybe the crack isn't as big as I think it would be. Ah, darn it. Okay. So it's not the crack. So do you swear you actually saw it? Precise moment, you did. That's according to you, you did. I don't know. I doubt he did. Anyway, so he didn't see just that. He saw the whole hellish scene play out from the start to the finish. But did you? Did you? So here he says it again. Dun 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 dun. Wait, I also want to check something. Oh yeah, so he is right then. Many memo. That pen is his, man. Okay, I think he's a bad guy. If he's not the murderer, he is at least a person who has tampered with a crime scene. That's my guess. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh no, not autoplay. So, ちょっと待ってください. Well, I don't know, maybe it's a small thing, but in his photo, he has a pen on his ear. But why is he using a pencil right now? And then he has some ink blot too. So that signifies that he has a pen. So why are you using a pencil? 怪しいだね. He's 38. I know, right? He doesn't look 38. He looks 20 something. Oh, thank you for the posture and watering. I don't have any drinks though. I came straight to the PC as I got home and changed clothes. Oh gods. Alright. Okay. So it has to be him. Well, at least he tampered with the scene, if not the criminal. So he appeared. Okay, we'll skip this since we know it already.
Hiya! Ka-chow! Slam! Oh boy! I got myself murdered! Nani kana? Many memoism.
Showing spirits was quickly flashed and ready to click. Pulled apart the rough weave and on his piece and poked the lens to the perfect shot.
Nani kana?
Okay, has to be either this one or the previous one. It's either this one or the previous one. Nani kana? Stick the pen into his eye. Nani? Stick the pen in his... Stick the pen! The pen! Wait. Chotto. It's his, right? It has to be. It's RM. Footprints. Goes here. That looks like a typical behavior of someone who's either looking at the body or taking pictures, I would say. Okay, assuming the pen is his. Well, in order for it to be in her hand, he should have been able to go inside the hut, right? And place it there. Oh, then that means he set foot in the hut. Oh, wow. Chotto. We have a statement for that, right? Wait, well, where is it? I never once set foot in the hut. This one. I mean, that's the only way the pen could be there, right? Unless they met beforehand or they both were in there, right?
Igari!
Many memo-san. Until now, I have a firm belief that newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth.
You're spot on there!
The press don't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Shoyu News on my arm. In a way, that's more many memoism. Sadly, though, it seems the journalists who write for those papers don't always share the same passion for the truth.
What? What are you suggesting with those recriminatory words, Counsel?
Many memo-san, do you recognize this fountain pen? Wait. There's something about the pen I think I also remember seeing. Okay, it is his. Look. It's the same. I remember looking at this at the previous stream. It's a thing on his armband. Now that he showed it properly. Oh my god. It's his pen. We got him.
I figured it out. Yes. Ugh.
This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murdered victim was gripping it in her hand as she died.
What are you?
If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that its owner's initials are engraved there. RM.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. The initials of the accused remember me.
Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also RM?
Yeah!
Write and many memo. RM.
That's horse dong!
Can't you see? One of the central tenets of many memoism is being a pencil user. And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see on your right hand, there is a very obvious blue ink stain.
It would appear that you must have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen, that is. Ugh. Horsey horse dong!
Many Memo-san, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Giselle Britt in that beach hut?
Yari! Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Exactly! Shoyu News will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. There must be as many people with the initials RM as there are stars in the night sky. The defense has neither the time nor the inclination to count every star in the sky. And there's no need anyway, because this pen has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. It's the emblem, right? It's the emblem. Has to be. A clue that undeniably proves who its owner really is.
In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court where this alleged clue lies.
Of course, Your Excellency. The clue on this fountain pen that clearly reveals its owner's identity is...
これです。
emblem this. Alright, I forgot. You have to press... what you call that? Show. Gosh, darn it. Skip. Oh, there we go. Percent.
ここだ!
As well as the initials, there is also an emblem on the fountain pen. Ladies and gentlemen, an emblem that you will of course recognize, many members-san.
Goodness me! It's the emblem of the Shoyu News!
In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Shoyu News, whose initials are RM. Suddenly, the stars in the night sky don't seem so numerous, do they? Well, many Memo-san, how do you respond?
Order! Order! Explain yourself, witness.
Oh, he's in big trouble. He's in big trouble. It's all about it.
So, this is how the Mai Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets? I've used nothing but honest tactics.
Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before that grim tragedy unfolded, I, a Shoyu newspaper reporter, on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the English woman.
An interview?
You'd never mentioned this before.
When exactly was this? As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. It couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing, and as we many memoists say, the people don't pay their dues for unworthy news. The Japanese voices sound much better than the English ones. I'm currently on the Japanese one, yeah. I keep forgetting to turn it to English. The first part, the first game, we also played it in English. I mean in Japanese, sorry. So I was curious of the English ones, but
I get lazy.
I get lazy to change audio.
However insignificant you deem it to be, this court cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim. You will testify now under oath about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired.
Got it. Yes, alright, but on one condition.
Condition?
In all good conscience, I couldn't speak out alone about this. You need to call back the earlier witness, Soseki Natsume-san. Soseki-san? Oh yes. According to my notes here, that man has a secret of his own. And brace yourselves, because it's not a harmless one. It's big. Oh, thank you for the watering and posture. Again, I don't have any drink though at the moment, but I'll drink a lot for you guys later. Oh, thank you for the stretch. There we go. Pressure in the shoulders gone. Many Memoism states that one man's secret is every other man's front page story. Oh gosh, this guy.
Very well. I will grant the witness's request in this instance. Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand.
Soseki-san hiding something? Uh-oh. So this is Soseki-san, the guy on the right. He's a little eccentric. He's an author, a Japanese author. He's based on the actual author who's named Natsume Soseki, known for Botchan, I Am a Cat, and several other literary works. A very famous Japanese author. There's a lot of anime based on his works too, or has taken inspiration from it. So yeah, he's that dude on the right. So we met him in the first game. Yeah. So he's a reoccurring character. I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question. But he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why many Memoism demands I reveal it now. I wonder what could that be. Mustache is suspicious. I've actually seen IRL people with that kind of mustache. It's kind of cool, actually. It's kind of cool that it can grow that thick, but at the same time, it's like, whoa, that's gonna require some grooming. Killer's the mustache. Oh my god, I was held hostage by a mustache during one of my streams for the first Ace Attorney game. Oh my god. I mean the Great Ace Attorney game. Oh my god. They took over my left and right foot, man. And they held me to gunpoint. It was traumatizing.
You mean to say the victim?
The victim regained consciousness?
Well,
And what she did? You decided to ask her a question?
That's, true, yes. He did, and that's not all. The woman gave him a very definite answer. An answer that incriminates the accused.
Oh my. This is preposterous! Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't you mention this before, you yokel hack?
It wasn't even a conversation! Yes, I did pose the Withering English Rose a question. I don't deny it. But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious, even. Mustaches will rule the world. Oh no. I'll have to grow one, a mighty long one, so I can braid it like the Vikings.
Counsel for the defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. This court must and will know the truth.
Absolutely, Your Excellency. The reporter is claiming that Miss Brett implicated Ray somehow. What on earth could have happened in that hut? The witness's secrets. Ah, just a moment. Just a freaking moment. I forgot to bring something with me today. You know, it's our lucky charm for this courtroom. Can't believe I forgot about it. In fact, I'll be lucky if this person doesn't try to take over my stream. Hold on. Where are you, little runt? Come over here. Yeah, you. I know, you don't like it being called little runt, but I have no choice, okay? You've been an unruly little one. Well, I mean, we talked about it. You gotta behave. How many streams have you infiltrated or, you know, joined me and then things just go haywire? Don't me. What? How dare you? Take that back. I'm not a peach. Don't be one of them. What? You scoundrel! Don't make me sacrifice you to the gods. Yeah, I have that instinct to do so. Don't me. No. No. No, you can't do that. What do you mean? But that's wait, that's not right. Fine, I gotta get back to the street. Anyway, tadaima minasan. I'm back. Oh well. Oh gods, I shrank. Let me get back closer. So yeah, look, we got ourselves a little gremlin Anzu here. It won't let go of my boob. Yeah, whatever. Fine, just don't fall off, okay? Whatever. Yeah, we got a little ouchie right here. You wanna be seen more? Fine, we'll go closer to the camera. Hold on. What a demanding little gremlin. Whatever. Chocolate? Oh hell no. You ain't giving that thing chocolate while it's on my boob? No. No. You can't do that to me. Chocolate? No chocolate. Chocolate? No chocolate. Chocolate. No chocolate for you. Okay, where were we? I asked the Englishwoman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Nice spot that gremlin ouchie got. It's heavy on the boob. You asked for an interview, you say? Well, of course I did. I wanted to ask her about the incident she was involved in at the end of last year. About the case in which Dr. John H. Wilson lost his life? That's not the way I phrased it. Many memoism calls for straight talking. Why did you murder Dr. Wilson? Is how I put it to her. Yes, that sort of talking is as straight as a ruler. Ask every question if you're asking for a menu in a restaurant, I say. It's the best way. A veteran at the paper taught me that. And how did Miss Brett answer? With one simple phrase. Mystery is a woman's charm. Phew! That told me. So I waltzed right out there. Really? Something about that doesn't quite seem to fit together. Leave every room as if you're waltzing in a dance hall, I say. It's all the best way. A veteran at the paper taught me that.
Is that why his footprints are like circular in motion? Huh?
Mata.
That was very persistent of you, considering that Miss Brett had just turned you away.
Persistence wins the prize. Any many memoism will tell you that. Let them think you've left, and just when they lower the guard, that's when you swoop in for the scoop.
And the fruits of your labor are all too apparent in this telling photograph. Though I'm sure the young yokel student would rather not be reminded of this damning evidence.
Actually, it's thanks to that photograph that we managed to identify the witness.
And now that you found me, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure. Please, do go ahead, witness. The court is eager to hear what you have to say.
Try to stop me? There's a story to tell here, and I'm gonna tell it.
Okay, so the detective, blah blah blah. Press it. And Sasaki-san remained behind in the hut?
That's right, yep. Our author friend here was a blabbering wreck, shaking all over from his head to his toes, mustache twitching, eyes bulging.
What do you expect?
You don't know the terrifying troubles that taunted me whilst traveling abroad. Back behind baleful bars. They'll be coming for me, surely. That's all I could think. I felt as though I were gasping for air, drowning in a sea of cold sweat.
Poor Sasaki-san. His experiences in London have scarred him deeply. For those who haven't seen the first game, basically Sasaki-san was studying abroad as a scholar in London, and that was where we were. And basically he was accused of a murder. So that kind of scarred him, made him paranoid. That's why he's kind of like this. But he's really eccentric even from the start.
As the world seemed to close in on around me, I quietly recited a prayer to Amida Buddha. Eternal emptiness, empty eternity! The end is coming for me, surely.
No sutras are to resound in my court room, please.
And now we come to the crucial part. That's when it happened.
Pam pam pam.
Whoa, hold up. Nani kore? Why did you grow? Okay. Oh god, now you're heavy now. I can't carry you. Huh? Okay. Sure. I'll try not to drop you. Okay, so we have a big Anzuchi right now, so okay. Okay. I still can see the screen, so I should be okay. What question? What exactly did he say? Well, now you should hear that from the horse's mouth, I think. Don't cheer, Mr. Rider Man.
Ah! Out with it, you yokel hack! What did you say to her? What did you say to the dying Englishwoman?
Well, in truth, I'd been catching crabs at the water's edge and building castles in the sand, you see.
Well, the seaside is a place to be at leisure, I suppose, even for grown men.
But then all of a sudden, from that little beach hut, a young girl's panic-stricken cries for help pierced the air.
Ray!
I ran up the beach to see what was happening, to find the defendant leaning over the collapsed victim. And as soon as Inspector Hosonaga saw Miss Brett on the ground, he sprinted off to get help. And then, just a moment later, I heard a faint moan. A moan from the dead English woman.
I nearly jumped out of my skin!
But what did you ask her, Susaki-san? I asked her who did this to you. Don't protract this any longer. How did the woman respond?
She didn't! She said nothing in response!
But... what? When in the stand, you will answer the questions asked of you unambiguously. Now, without evasion of reticence, I demand that you amend your testimony.
I will!
I asked her, who did this to you? But she never replied. So you tried to find out who the culprit was. She who asks a question is a fool for a minute. He who does not remains a fool forever. Herlock Sholmes! Oh, hello! Hello, sir. Welcome back. How are you, Herlock? Have you enjoyed your time? Nice stream. Oh, thank you so much. Arigato. Surprise Sholmes' appearance. Oh yeah, we got detective in the house. So what do you think? With your great deduction, who did it, nah? He's here too early. So. And having been labeled a criminal twice during my time in Great Britain, I was quick to make up my mind.
Better to be a fool for a minute than remain a fool in prison forever. However, you've indicated that the victim failed to respond. Isn't that correct?
I know why. I know why the English woman said nothing.
She was ignoring me because of my stupid mustache. Because I'm Japanese!
Oh dear, Sasaki-san has really developed a dislike for the English, it seems. Having read the report on his time in Great Britain, I can't say I'm surprised at his xenophobia. But the English woman didn't ignore you at all, did she, Mr. Waterman? Huh? Well, yes, alright, she did respond in a manner of speaking, I suppose. She just lifted a trembling finger and pointed in the direction of the defendant. Miss Brett pointed a finger at the defendant? Soseki-san, is that really true? Yeah, is it true? It's not easy to stand here and say this, but when we first entered the beach hut, the Englishwoman was sprawled on the floor before us with the student girl standing on the far side of her. And when I asked who did this to you, the Englishwoman summoned her last ounce of strength to point a trembling finger at the back of the hut. Which was, it can't be denied, in the direction of the student girl who stands accused today. No. Soseki-san! Why on earth did you neglect to mention this in your original testimony? Okay, now the reason why I'm not too affected by this is this one. So there's a gap right here, right? So one of our theories is she could have been stabbed there. Case closed, we lose? No, don't give up. Believe in the client. So I feel like she was stabbed when she was sitting down. I don't think she was stabbed, you know, when Ray was there. I don't think so. I don't think so.
But fiddlesticks, I say.
This is not a British court of law. You will respond in Japanese.
Yes, of course. The English woman did point her finger towards the back of the hut, but I was trembling. She was trembling, and everything was a blur. And thinking about it, I feel as though perhaps she was pointing in a slightly different direction. Oh, nice! You got an ace in Valo? Damn, John, you're smoking, you're cooking, as they say. Nice, nice. 4K with up and last with all? Nice, nice. おめでとう。パチパチパチ。GG, John. GG. I haven't gone back to Valo for a really long time. I did log in like maybe a few days after the new character was out, but then I haven't really been back until now because my mouse is failing me. Sometimes I click, it doesn't work. I need to replace it, but I don't have the budget yet to do so.
Actually, no! Not slightly, in a very different direction to where the student girl was standing.
To somewhere at the back of the hut where nobody was standing at all. You mean that your memory of events and the direction in which the victim was pointing are both unclear?
Yes, that's it. Unclear. I'm very, very unclear. Your Excellency, surely this proves the matter beyond all reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may barely have been conscious, and yes, perhaps her finger wavered slightly. But there can be no doubt that this was an attempt by the victim to confirm the identity of her assailant. Why? Because as the court can see...
Oh gosh, no, I didn't see. No, go back.
Because as the court can see, there was no other than the accused in the direction the victim was pointing. It is now abundantly clear that no one besides the accused could possibly have committed this crime.
I'm inclined to agree. And in the absence of any credible argument to the contrary, I believe we can now conclude this trial.
No! Oh, she said no too.
Hehehe,
the headline's writing itself. Dashing lawyer's hopes dashed. 92 point across the whole page. We'll do an extra edition.
This is a serious blow, Susato. Unless we're able to identify the true culprit and substantiate our claim with evidence, the judge will give his ruling and the trial will be over.
This Sasaki's broken, bring in the new one. No. Yabe. But that's impossible, Father. We don't even know how the crime was committed yet.
Impossible though the task may seem, we have no choice. We must think back over everything we've learned thus far. Somewhere in all those details, I'm confident we'll find the clue we need.
Ray gave us her account of how events unfolded in the defendant's antechamber before the trial resumed. She told us what happened at the precise moment Miss Brett was killed. The English woman was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. And then a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back. Alright, then that is the moment she died. Okay, I believe that is the moment she died. But why would she have that pen though? So they really did meet beforehand. Nani kana? Wait. I have another idea. If this is the actual look she had when she died, then that means she didn't drink the wine we saw on the photo, right?
So... Okay, hear me out. If she did not drink the wine, there's only one item that could have caused her to get poisoned, and that would be the pen. So maybe the reporter is the one who killed her. And maybe it was the reporter who stole the poison and not her. Or he found out that she got the poison from the lab and used it against her. And the reason or the motive would be because he couldn't stand to see this foreigner getting away with what she did. Because he seems like criticizing the justice system of Japan in this era, right? So that could be one motivation. He took justice into his own hands, right? That can be. Then we should test that pen, yo. How could Miss Brett have been stabbed in the back in a beach hut that was empty but for herself and Ray? Somewhere amid all that information we've gathered so far, there must be an answer to that question. And yeah, that gap we saw at the picture, that's probably where where the assailant, the murderer, stabbed her from. It's the only way. I take it then that the defense has nothing further to add.
So, the gallant Yoko student's luck finally ran out. I can't say I'm surprised.
In that case, I am ready to deliver my final verdict on this matter.
This is a crucial turning point now. If I can't establish what really happened, it's over. Where was the real culprit hiding? And how did he or she stab the victim? Okay, we have no choice. We have to say I know how. Or else this is over. Your Excellency, I respectfully ask you to postpone your adjudication for the time being.
Oh, to what end, Counsel?
The defense would like to present the court with an alternative theory. An alternative theory that can explain who the victim was actually trying to implicate with her dying gesture.
An alternative theory? Ha! None exists.
There was someone else present at the scene. Who could have committed this crime?
What?
And the victim, Miss Brett, tried to reveal who it was to those around her at that time by mustering all her remaining strength and pointing a trembling finger in the killer's direction.
This is fictional fantasy.
Very well. As you seem to be so sure of yourself, Counsel, I am prepared to hear your alternative theory. So, young Ryotaro Naruhodo,
Yes, Your Excellency.
you will present your latest theory to the court by means of this plan. At the moment the victim was stabbed, where exactly are you proposing the culprit was concealed?
Okay, I'm going to press on the wall area just to be sure. Because that's just to be sure. But I really think it's here. Ito presento. Raido Kuzunoa solving another case like a pro. Oh my god, yes, it's Raido. I love that meme so much when it came to this game. Because of the outfit, it's so like Raido. Yeah. I heard that they're going to make like a port or a remake, I think, of the first Persona game. I think. I saw something like that briefly some days ago. The true culprit was in this area here.
There are Counsel.
Only thing missing is the gun. Yeah. That's right, Your Excellency. I believe the culprit was hiding in the location I've indicated.
Why?
Oh, well, that's rather hard to say, Wait, I'm wrong? What? He's not standing in the wall. Oh, so I really have to press the space on the outdoors? Okay. Naruhodo. Because, I don't know, I was thinking maybe, like, some games only let you, like, press a certain perimeter of a picture. Alright, that's okay. I can afford that one mistake. If I'm still wrong on this part, I'm gonna cry. Cry.
Naruhodo-san would never give up, and I'm Naruhodo now.
The true culprit who fatally stabbed Miss Brett was concealed in this location here.
Are you mad, Council? You're suggesting the culprit was outside the hut.
What? Dun, dun, taka, 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 chung, dun, dun. Dunka, dunka, dun, dun.
I like this BGM. Sorry.
Order! Order! Order!
But student lawyer Naruhodo-san Esquire, that makes no sense at all. You've just pointed out the exact spot where I was hiding to get my scoop snap. But I didn't see any suspicious individuals loitering about, I can sweat that.
Obviously, if the culprit had been outside the hut, there is no way that he or she could have stabbed the victim who was inside the hut.
Actually, Prosecutor Ouchie, there is a way. And in point of fact, the defense can provide evidence strongly suggesting that is precisely the way Miss Brett was killed.
You're bluffing. You're bluffing. You.
The defense's assertion is clearly too fantastical for the court to comprehend. You will need to give us more guidance, Counsel. What piece of evidence corroborates your theory that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut?
Okay, this one I might make a mistake. Because I could show this picture, the incriminating one, to show that you can move the read wall open. But at the same time, I want to present this instead, like the crime scene photo, because there's a gap there. And I feel like that would be better to show. So maybe this one? Ho I only have two choices anyway.
The original photographic print of the crime scene.
Yes, it's clearly visible in this print. The trace of the fatal thrust that was delivered from outside the beach hut. Many memo was shook like outside. I stabbed here within the hut. Look, that's also the thing. So, I was actually surprised that he would say, but that was where I was getting the scoop. So at this point, it's either he's the murderer or he's just trying to keep face, to make people think he got that exact moment, and turns out he didn't. So I'm just guessing, or he didn't see the whole thing from start to finish. He only saw the aftermath of the stabbing. But then, considering the window of time there was left, I'm leaning to thinking that he's the culprit.
Do you take us for fools? There's no hint of any such thing.
I'm not sure that everyone present would agree. Someone at least appears to have noticed what it is that I'm referring to.
Counsel, once again I must call on you to be explicit for the court. Well, this photograph is a trace of stabbing, which you claim took place from outside.
Am I back? Many memos getting the connection. Oh my god. Oh, it's back. It's back. It was a hiccup. Hi. Hey chat, if you can hear me, if I'm truly back alive, can you please type
I'm cute. Yeah, say I'm cute in chat, please. Say it. I want you guys to tell me that you're cute, so I know we're truly back in the line.
Ne? Please. Please, chat. Tell me you're cute.
No, I'm not cute. I want you to say you're cute. No! No! You're supposed to say you yourselves are cute, not me. No, this is not how it's supposed to be.
Oi! Oi!
What? You traitors! You traitors! Betrayal! This is mutiny! Omae! Omae tachi wa! It is what it is. No! This is betrayal! Omae tachi! Omae! Omae! Betrayal! How dare you! How daring you! How daring you!
This is extraordinary!
You're running the channel now? No! I'm losing my channel to my chat. My chat is taking over. SOS! SOS! Kami-sama tasukete! Yabe! All your base belong to us. No! You can't take my house. I'll be homeless. Cute enough to overstep them principles. What? What? The true culprit actually stabbed the victim from outside the beach hut. Yeah. And of everyone present at the scene, there is only one person who could have done that. Only one person who was directly outside the hut when Miss Brett was killed. Right then, Mini Memo-san. It could only have been you. Oh.
This preposterous idea leaves me almost speechless. Just look at the photograph again. The victim lies almost exactly in the center of the beach hut, does she not? Are we to assume that as part of his forcible scenario, that the assailant was a knife thrower?
No, of course not.
Or not?
If you recall the testimony of the defendant about the events just before the victim's death. Anzu cute. Oh, shut up, Kaori. You're a traitor too. I haven't forgotten. Don't you think you're clear yet? You! How daring you! I was betrayed by my own friend. How dare you! Don't me, that's my line. No! Inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just sat on a stool at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as if she knew she was untouchable. Kei-chan will get punished. She will! She should! I'm gonna get you, Kei. I'm gonna get you, Kaori.
A stool?
Have another look at the photograph. The slit in the reed screen would align perfectly with the back of a person who was sitting on that stool.
My word! So in fact the victim was...
killed while sitting on the stool by a stab wound to her back delivered through the reed screen.
Ah!
Good midnight at the Anzu. Hello, Exvito. How are you? Have you been well? Has your day been good?
Ihi?
Having been attacked, Miss Brett rose to her feet instinctively. But then, unable to speak, she collapsed on the floor in the middle of the hut. Before the defendant, Membami-san's appealed eyes. And that, Your Excellency, is the truth of what happened on the beach that day.
Ooh, I think you really did it. By your silence, many Memo-san. Why the mic? Why the MC got turned into a girl? Wait, were you not around last time? If Many Memo was there on the right side of the hut, he could not see the knife in her back to the moment she fell down, me think. Maybe. Well, I mean, he could have changed position to take the photo at that angle after stabbing her. I mean, if he's in the area, it's not going to be that far or long to do. And that would have given him enough time to wait for that moment where Ray was trying to get the knife, right? So yeah, that photo has to come after he stabbed her, you know? Or else you would not actually have that scenario, in my opinion. And Exmoto, yeah, it's a girl because this is Susato-san. She's disguising herself as a man so that she could represent her best friend who's being tried as the killer. Yeah, so she's undercover. I don't know if they'll ever find out though. I take it that you don't deny the charge.
This is absurd!
That will do. It would appear that we have a tacit admission of guilt from the witness. Accordingly, this court has successfully established the truth of this matter, which means that the defendant Membami-san is innocent of the crime.
Oh, thank goodness. I finally made him cave.
I must say, I've never been more proud.
Ah, he's a proud papa. He's a proud papa. Hee hee hee. No, this can't be. The Ouchi clan can't. What of my growth? My growth of hope. It wasn't all. It wasn't all an apparition. I can't accept this. I won't.
Oh, Ouchi-san. He has no hope. Oh, gods.
I see no reason for the continuance of this trial. I will therefore move to conclude proceedings by delivering...
Hey? Who's objecting?
Well, this is all very convenient. This is how the highest court in our mighty empire delivers justice, is it? Suppressing well-meaning citizens' freedom to speak and branding them as criminals.
But we've established that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut through the reed screen walls.
And no one but you was in place at the time to have his hand on the hilt of the blade. It's a perfectly logical deduction.
So your argument hinges on the location of whoever stabbed the English woman, does it? Well, it seems a little irrelevant now. Irrelevant? Wait, what? If it only were that simple. This is not the end? Huh? Well, she was stabbed. How she was stabbed? It doesn't matter. I mean, whether she was stabbed at all makes no difference if you think about it. After all, this trial's already shown the whole thing hinges on something else.
Huh? Nande?
What are you talking about? Brace yourselves, little man. I'm talking about the fact that everything's changed. Because of the dirt you dug up. What?
Enough absurdity. Sorry. Enough obscurity. Explain yourself, witness.
What's to explain? I'm talking about the poison, of course.
The poison?
Let's ask the professor for a comment on the situation, shall we? I understand that the deadly poison you were developing was stolen from your laboratory, correct? And it's been shown that this poison was administered to the victim, Miss Brett, isn't that right?
You're not going back anytime soon. People already recognize you there.
Nani X? Nani?
That is correct. The unusual constriction of the victim's pupils are a sure sign that this particular poison was used.
I see. So, presumably that means that the victim already had the poison in her body before she was stabbed.
Given that her pupils were clearly constricted, it seems highly likely, yes. If she had been dead already, the poison could not have circulated in her blood.
Huh. How refreshing to hear the argument of a metropolitan mind. Precisely. It matters not a jot who stabbed whom in whose back and with whose blade.
You're going to lay low for now and let them forget about the first bit. Then when they've forgotten, you'll return.
It's okay, X.
Because quite simply, the Englishwoman's life was taken not by the blade, but by the poison.
But that can be explained by poison. Being on the blade, as already...
Forgotten already, have we, Yoko? During these very proceedings, the laboratory of the professor at your side assisted in proving that the blade of the weapon used to attack the victim had no trace of poison on it whatsoever.
So let me get this down. The facts are skillfully established by the defense in this trial turned out to be a headline-making red herring. Is that about right?
Oh, this dude.
Well...
Ah!
Order! Order! But where does this leave us? How, in that case, did the poison enter the victim's body? There's an undeniably obvious answer to that. The lady, most likely, imbibed it.
You mean she drank it?
Have another look at the photograph here, as you can see. A bottle of carbonated water and a glass had been knocked onto the sandy floor of the beach hut. The poison could have been slipped into either.
So somebody made Miss Brett drink it.
Well, what do you know? Look at those dashing eyes. This will make a great front page shot. Hey, why the bewitching stare? After all, I'm the last person you should be looking at. It would make no sense at all that I poisoned that woman, would it? I mean, that's been established already. Established? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you forgot it. That's a little hard to believe, given that the person who established it was you.
Me? What on earth does he mean?
Oh, let me capture those wide eyes. This is prime press fodder, this is.
It would seem that this trial is not destined to end yet after all.
Oh man.
I hereby call upon the witness to give further testimony.
That's great, that is.
Let me get a shot of that magnificent beard, Your Excellency.
You claim it to be impossible that you were the one responsible for administering the poison to the victim. You will explain to the court in your testimony the basis upon which you make such a claim.
I'm a journal and I'm a man. I've never tried to run or hide from anything in my life. And I'm not about to start now because that's many memoism. For a brief moment I thought I'd illuminated the truth, but it slipped right back into obscurity again. Just where is this trial going to take us?
何これなんでなんで
Oh yes, I stabbed the English woman, and it's that very fact that proves I'm innocent.
Wait, what? What?
Well, you could still go to jail for attempted murder, I guess. Or physical assault. Because why would I bother to stab the woman if I'd already poisoned her? When I heard the student girl and the pompous English murderer arguing, if the courts weren't going to punish Brett for what she did, someone else would have to see justice done. Oh man, he's going for that story. So you admitted then that everything happened as I described? That you were the one that stabbed Miss Brett in the back through the reed screen? You can't blame this miserable country of ours. A country that bows to the pressure of foreign powers and let murderers walk free? What kind of future can a country like that have? Evil, very evil indeed, just like how an ex returns at unexpected times. Nani kore? What are you plotting, X? Nande? Nani? That's why I did it. I did what our pathetic leaders didn't have the guts to do. Slap bang in the middle of that charming lady's back. I plunged the blade of sweet justice right in there. Ooh. Damn. As someone who spends his life saying that the truth is told, I feel really awful about giving the false information in my testimony before. But as it turns out, there was somebody else who had it in for the victim and got her to her before me. That's right, you guessed it. That pretty little student girl. Now there's a woman after my own heart. You're implicating Ray again. She's the one who gave the poison to the English woman and ended her pitiful existence. And suddenly, snap! This journal here is off the hook.
Not exactly, still attempted murder, dude.
I think there's a charge for attempted murder in the olden days. I think? Not entirely sure.
The argument is sound, certainly. If the witness had administered the poison himself, he need only have waited for it to take effect. Subsequently stabbing the victim in the back would have been entirely nonsensical.
And therefore, this reporter had nothing to do with the poisoning. Yes, it's all quite logical.
That's right, it is. Logical and true. I'm glad you've all seen the light. Justice at last!
This is unbelievable.
And after I'd made so much progress in proving his guilt, is he going to get away with it now?
Ow.
Think of Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san. They never stopped looking for a way forward until the judge's final gave them.
Very well then, counsel. Proceed with what I assume to be your final cross-examination in this trial.
Yes, Your Excellency. dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's the wrong BGM, I think. No problem, Exmoto. Do have a good sleep, ne? Oyasumi nasai, X. いい夢を、いい夢を見てくれる。My brain is a bit dead, so I feel like that was wrong grammar. But anyway.
Good night, sweet dreams. Have good dreams.
Don't drink of liquor since you already drink it in the daytime. Hi. Okay, so let's press every statement this dude has. So he admits to having murderous intentions towards Miss Brett. So.
Ha! The woman's very existence offended my sense of justice.
Your sense of... He's claiming some sort of righteous indignation? She was pure evil, a cold-blooded killer who committed murder right here on our empire's soil. But did our good-for-nothing government do anything?
Not a chance.
So I had to step in. Fly the flag of justice. Put things right for the people. Yes, it was my civic duty. That's what drove me to do it. Civic, or did he say civic or civil? I'm so confused. My brain. Civic, okay. So, in summary, murderous intentions then. Whatever you want to call it, the point is this. That Englishwoman was a Bloyd. So I had to do what was right for society.
Yet the real wrong was done by the student girl in the dock. A crime for which she must pay.
Obviously, because the poisoning was nothing to do with me at all. It was my Honda Civic duty. Oh my god, it was his Honda Toyota Civic duty. Honda Civic, you know, is the best fun, yeah, because there's an actual model of car for that. So you still maintain that you didn't give the poison to the victim? Obviously, that'd be like putting a belt on your trousers when you were already wearing braces like these.
The accused administered the poison, following which this witness stabbed the victim. An unforgivable act, certainly, but not one of murder. That crime rests on the accused's shoulders. That is how the law works, you see, Yoko. Who knows, you may even learn something here today.
2 consecutive attempts on her life in the space of minutes. Quite a day for the victim.
Do something that evil and you got it coming. That's how the law works, the law of reckoning. That's not the kind of law this court upholds.
You will reiterate why you were compelled to stab the victim, yes, witness?
When I heard the student girl and that pompous English murderess arguing, it got my goat. It got my goat.
Mata.
How can Ouchie even act that way? I don't know. He's so scummy. What exactly were they arguing about? About what happened in that restaurant 9 months ago, that's what. The student girl was laying into the English woman for killing her beloved mentor, Dr. Wilson.
Yes, John H. Wilson. A professor of medicine invited here from England by Professor Mikotoba, no less.
Right, but the English woman was just jailed.
Her case was to be heard by the British Consular Court in Shanghai. However, there is little doubt that she would simply have been acquitted and sent back to her homeland of free women.
He was eating that student girl up inside, you could see it. I really felt for her. Oh, Nani?
Ouchie.
Oh, Ray. I can't. I can't stand here and listen to this tripe. Ray.
Young girl, you stand accused here. You can't just blurt out whenever you feel like it.
No, you can't. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something very important testimony here. Just keep quiet and listen. But this awful man is making all of this up.
Susato, please, you have to make them listen.
Return to the dock at once, Membami-san. We are in the middle of a cross-examination.
Your Excellency, please, I implore you. That journalist is clearly not a trustworthy witness. Exactly! He's a filthy, rotten, black-hearted, bigoted, dirty great peeping Tom. Whoa, take it easy there. Please, I really think the court should hear what the defendant has to say.
Your Excellency, I see no need whatsoever to entertain the accused remarks.
There's no Susato in the courtroom. Yeah, actually, she slipped up there. Unless it's trying to tell us that, you know, they were just saying it face to face, like, just between them.
I will grant the request of the defense.
Oh, ouchie, your reactions are just so funny.
This is likely to be the final cross-examination of these proceedings. As such, I believe it would be ill-advised to stifle the defendant's obvious concerns. So, whilst recognizing that this contravenes regular protocol,
I think that's how you read it.
I hereby call upon the defendant to speak.
Oh, thank you so much, Your Excellency. It was nothing to do with Dr. Wilson. We were discussing the stolen poison. If the courts weren't going to punish Brett for what she did, someone else would have to see justice done. Interesting.
If the victim had unwittingly taken the poison already, the reporter would have had no reason to stab her. On the face of it, that logic sounds entirely reasonable.
But there's no question that this man was responsible for Miss Brett's murder.
If we could think of a plausible explanation as to why he might have stabbed her even after the poisoning, I feel sure that everything would drop into place. That's what we should be looking for.
Yes, I agree. And in order to do that, I must try to glean more information. I think this dude is just using the Dr. Wilson incident as an excuse to, like, make Ray seem like the bad guy. Because, you know, they're right. If he knew that Miss Brett was poisoned, right? Why would you stab her? You could have just waited for her to die. So that tells me he didn't know that she was poisoned. Okay. So let's try to press everything again, just to be sure. So you do admit your murderous intentions, blah blah blah, that's correct. We said the exact same thing earlier. So this has not changed. Fly the flag of justice, blah blah blah. So murderous intent. Okay, so this is still the same. Because why would I have bothered to stab the woman if I'd already poisoned her? So you still maintain that you didn't give the poison to the victim? Obviously, that'd be like putting a belt on your trousers when you were already wearing braces like these. Okay, so same info. That's the same thing he said. Okay, next part. When I heard the student girl on the pampas blah 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 blah, it was my goat.
Mata.
You have a theory about the poison, not gonna say anything. Okay, okay. No problem. What exactly were they arguing about? So the restaurant, so the Dr. Wilson case. Wait, it's also possible, right, that if Giselle Brett was the one who stole the poison, like, so far I think she's the only one probably capable of doing so. I don't think this reporter would have. She could have tried. She could have tried to kill herself, right? Instead of getting caught by the authorities. That can be. I mean, there have been cases where the victim, I mean, the accused has killed themselves, right? After being proven guilty, or if they're going to get into bigger trouble. So it's possible it's a suicide by drinking the poison. Giselle Brett could have placed the poison in her wine and drank it, you know? And then, yeah, this news reporter guy just decides to stab her. So that's one choice too, I think. Oh, this is different. So, her case was to be heard by the British Consular Court in Shanghai. However, there's little doubt that she would simply have been acquitted and sent back to her homeland a free woman. It was eating that student girl up inside. You could see it. I really felt for her.
Yes, a very simple explanation as to why the accused was compelled to poison her nemesis.
There's no inculpatory evidence that to that effect. The prosecution is deliberately leading the court. That's right, and my lawyer will throw you for it if you're not careful. Oh, Ray, don't throw things like that out there.
Let the yokel student be aware that her humor is not appreciated in this courtroom.
I can't allow the court to be influenced by this reporter's testimony. Ray is the only one who knows what really happened. Okay, so let's press this now. The stolen poison that killed the victim, you mean? I suspected her of being the one to steal it. I mean, just think about how she killed Dr. Wilson.
That's true. Additionally, Miss Brett certainly had knowledge of the new poison. But surely it would be no easy task to steal a highly secret toxin being developed for the government. Indeed, all visitors to the laboratory are thoroughly searched when they leave. Even if a thief managed to avoid being seen by myself or a colleague, getting the poison out would be very difficult.
That's true. I pestered Professor Mikotoba until he agreed to show me the poison when I visited his laboratory. But as I left, I was searched from top to tail.
Miss Brett rather bluntly revealed the existence of the toxin we'd been developing, you see. And since Saseki-san expressed such an interest in it, I felt unable to refuse. Obviously, I gave nothing away other than the fact that it was an extremely potent substance.
I'm very ashamed of myself. It's just that I've had a singularly terrible experience with a deadly poison.
I wanted to look my old enemy in the eye. Surely you can understand that.
To find out if my suspicions were true, I confronted Miss Brett about the poison. I told her that if there were to be an incident involving it somehow, it wouldn't just be the university. The military would be dragged into it. The whole government even. It would be a complete disaster.
And how did Miss Brett respond to your concerns?
She just curled those beautiful lips of hers and said she didn't know the first thing about it. In English, actually.
Ah, yes. Many Memo-san, one small question if you don't mind.
I do mind, can't you see I'm busy?
Clearly you were outside the beach hut listening in whilst the defendant and Miss Brett were conversing. Presumably then, it was you who wrote this article about what you'd heard.
Oh.
Exclusive. Deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. The story was published in this morning's edition of Shoyu News. The details are too accurate for it to have been written by anyone else.
Sorry, don't know what you're talking about. Yes, look at this. The entire article is almost what I said to Miss Brett word for word. Well, Many Memo-san? As a journal and as a citizen of a free country, I don't have to reveal my sources. That's a founding principle of Many Memoism. Father's clearly right about this. That reporter did write that article and he based it on what he overheard from outside the hut.
Da-da-da-da.
So that's what it was all about. You were trying to cover up the fact that you were listening in. That's why you came up with that stinking story about me arguing with her. Shut up! My stories never stink. Many Memoism sure is a flexible ideology. Oh, it's a hell flexible of a thing. Look, whatever you say, little girl, it doesn't matter. It doesn't alter the facts. Your Excellency, there's something I want to say and I want it to go on record.
Very well, you may amend your formal testimony.
The point is, if you'd poison someone, there'd be no reason to then go and stab the person as well. Perhaps you doubted the efficacy of the poison and sought to make sure your victim would die. That's horse dung. What? That would be like pouring pepper on your Chinese ramen before you'd even tasted it. Completely reckless. Although it might surprise you to learn that I'm a bit of an impetuous pepper pourer as it happens. Once the victim had taken the poison, she would have been only minutes away from death. And yet this man then proceeded to stab her in the back as well. There has to have been a good reason for that.
If it was the reporter who gave the poison to Miss Brett, then clearly he must have done it prior to Ray entering the hut.
Yes, that's undeniable.
But between him leaving the hut and the victim being stabbed, there was one very crucial change in the situation.
Sorry? What change? The
reporter overheard the conversation between Ray and the Englishwoman.
Oh yes, that's it. That's when Many Memo-san first found out the exact nature of the poison he just used. That could be the key here.
Wait, what was the description of the poison?
If the victim had unwittingly taken the poison already, the reporter would have had no reason to stab her. On the face of it, that logic sounds entirely reasonable. But there's no question that this man was responsible for Miss Brett's murder.
Ah, wait, I remember. What was it? I think the poison is only gonna work if you put it in a wound or something like that. I could be remembering wrong. I think that was it. And that would be the reason for him to stab her. If it gets into the bloodstream, right? Something like that. I remember reading that from last stream. So... Wait, what about it? Oh god, it's wrong button. I pressed it, hold on. We will need to go to that last statement.
Wow.
I'm gonna skip this. I meant to press a different button. Poison article. Let's examine it. A deadly poison being secretly developed in the university's forensic science laboratory was stolen. Even the smallest amount entering the body, either via the mouth or a wound from a poison-laced blade, would prove fatal in minutes. Here. So, it is possible that he stabbed her for that. Once the symptoms occur in minutes, starting with impaired breathing, ending with acute contraction of the pupils prior to death. Such symptoms would be suggestive of the toxins, blah blah blah. There we go. But so far, my concern though is because it's via the mouth, so probably if you drink it, and a wound from a poison-laced blade. But one thing we haven't established so far is whether she drank it, right? Did she drink the poison or not? And wait. There's no poison on the blade.
Nani kore?
Yeah, if it can go through the mouth, then he wouldn't need to really stab her then. Oh no, I'm confused then. My brain. He wasn't sure did she drink it or not. Maybe. I'm confused. Because of race interference? Well, it could be because if the wine was on the floor as we saw in the picture, on the sand, then that means she did not drink it, so could be. I'm not sure. If you poison someone, there'd be no reason to then go and stab the person as well. I guess we can present this. The reporter Many Memo-san based it on information he gleaned by eavesdropping. So, yeah, she had the symptoms of the poison, definitely. Yeah, carbonated water. I keep saying wine. Wait, If he's the one who poisoned her. Okay, so, if this info about the poison is something that he overheard by eavesdropping, that means before the poisoning and stabbing, he wouldn't know about that. So maybe he was not the one who poisoned her? Or he wasn't sure how the poison actually works, so he's... But, You know what? Let's present it anyway. Is it correct? Is it correct? Don't lie to me, game. Is it correct? Van Zeeks is waving from afar. Well, I can think of one reason. What? But before I explain, I'd like you to confirm something for the court. If the music stops, it is. Oh, then it's correct. Music is back. Did you glean all the information for this newspaper article from what you overheard outside the hut?
Of course he did. There can be no question of that.
Oh, thank you, Soseki-san. After all, when we were all in the laboratory together,
all we were told is that it was a terrible toxin.
And there is one more important fact to consider. According to the witness, Membami-san's verbal attack against the victim began as soon as she entered the hut. In other words, it would have been impossible for her to have slipped the poison into Miss Brett's drink. Okay, that's correct.
Where are you going with this, counsel?
Memo-san has made it quite clear that he observed every single thing that happened in the beach hut. If the defendant had somehow found an opportunity, this man would have seen it.
Which means that Miss Brett couldn't have imbibed the poison whilst the defendant was present. In fact, it must have been administered to her before Membani-san entered the hut.
Ho ho ho, yes.
Very articulately put.
When I walked into the hut, I immediately started to press Miss Brett about the poison. At which point, Memo-san overheard some worrying information.
Worrying information? What worrying information?
The information which he subsequently included in this newspaper article, namely, that the poison was being developed in strict secrecy and that it couldn't be readily obtained.
Absolutely. In fact, that's quite an understatement. The only possible place it could come from is my lab.
And furthermore, anyone afflicted by the poison would exhibit telltale signs in death. The extreme constriction of the pupils. Yes, it's quite stark when you see it. There are other poisons that show similar symptoms, but not among new substances that are undetectable. In other words, it would be clear that the victim's life had been ended by the use of this particular poison,
which would reduce the number of suspects to only a handful of people. Oh. Everyone in my laboratory is aware of the unique properties of the toxin we've been developing. None of them would be foolish enough to attempt to use it for some nefarious deed. Membani-san being no exception.
Therefore, we can conclude that whoever administered this unique poison to the victim was a layperson, unaware of its telltale properties.
In other words, someone like you, right in Memo.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was you who stole the poison from the laboratory that day. And it was you who administered it to the unwilling victim. But you quickly realized that it was a terrible mistake. Because the poison caused
such unusual symptoms and was so traceable. Haha, touché. As you listened in from far side of the beach hut's thin walls, you learned of these facts. But you'd already given the victim the poison of that. At that point, it was too late. So you hatched a plan to disguise your mistake. Ah, a plan that involved stabbing the victim in the back through the reed screen. Oh, so it was a way to cover up the poisoning. なるほど.
But what good could that possibly do?
Isn't it obvious, Counsel? The plan was to kill Miss Brett before the poison could take effect.
Once in the blood, the poison causes the onset of pupil constriction. But he had hoped to precipitate the victim's death before that happened, hadn't he?
Exactly. Because without any revealing signs of the new secret poison's use, no one would ever have suspected.
This is extraordinary.
Yes, the effects of the poison meant it would be too easily identified. So the killer had to mask its true use. To mask its use. Oh, my tongue is not cooperating. Which he attempted to do by plunging a knife into the middle of the victim's back.
Order! Order! Order!
The argument presented is sound. The court is satisfied that it warrants consideration. 2 a.m. tongue, yeah.
Does the prosecution have a counter-argument it wishes to put forward?
Well, there are a number of... yes, I counter completely.
The prosecution's evasive response clearly shows that in much the same way as he nurtures the remnants of his top knot, he's clinging to lost hope. Oh my god, that's nice. Oh, burn! Ouchie! Mic drop! Oh my god.
Lost hope!
Oh. Who's this now? Oh, Reporter-san. Many Memo-san.
Oh, yeah.
Poor hat. Ah, you pathetic useless fallen samurai.
Fallen? Who are you calling fallen?
I don't need a counter-argument. What are you talking about? Throw him on the floor.
It should be blatantly obvious.
I stole the poison, you say? Gave it to the victim, you say? Stabbed her, you say? Lots of fine theories. But I don't need a counter-argument because you don't have an argument yourself. Where's your evidence?
Oh, hello, Kylie. Welcome, welcome. How are you, my boy? How are you?
I hope you've been fine. We're in the climax, I think.
Yes, you make it all sound so plausible, don't you?
But without evidence, it means nothing. Whereas I base my news on facts. You're doing fine? That's great. Good job, good job. Good boy, ne? Good boy, good boy.
Facts? What do you mean? Explain yourself.
I mean, what the professor said earlier in this trial. It's all here. In my many memos, every word, every slip of the tongue, all noted. That's what the Shoyu News is famous for. It's the power of the printed word.
But surely it would be no easy task to steal a highly secret toxin being developed for the government.
カイリさんは可愛いね。可愛い。カイリさん。
Indeed, all visitors to the laboratory are thoroughly searched when they leave. Even if a thief managed to avoid being seen by myself or a colleague, getting the poison out would be very difficult.
How's that then? Blown the story wide open? See, I write in many memo. A mere reporter from the Shoyu News. Couldn't possibly have stolen that poison from the professor's laboratory.
I wonder if they had chemical X in the laboratory.
Chemical X.
But there can't be any question of it. He must have stolen the poison that day. He stole it and used it to kill. And if that's the case, as you've identified, the poison itself is the definite evidence we need. Because whoever stole it from the laboratory that day is the true culprit here.
What's your point, you annoyingly handsome country bumpkin?
My point is this. There's only one way that you, Memo-san, could have stolen that poison that day. How could he have stolen the poison? Wait, how? Wait. The pen! I remember! We opened it. This one. And then we opened it again, right? It showed the barrels empty. There! That one! I get it now. The reason why he has ink on his hand. Because I have a fountain pen myself, okay? And if you open the barrel, sometimes you can get ink on yourself, you know? Especially if he's trying to empty it. So and the ink on his hand is like a splatter. It's not really like, you know, from writing. Oh, he placed it in the pen. You fill the ink from a bottle up through the nib. Then the nib should have also traces of the poison aside from the barrel. And it was also used to spew the poison in the glass. Yes, exactly. Because you can remove the ink by doing some, well, depending on the type of pen you have, but you can use it definitely to take out the toxin as well. See, there's no ink. Oh, naruhodo. Naruhodo.
I've heard enough verbal conjecture now, thank you. What the court must be shown is evidence. What proof do you have that this witness stole the poison on the day in question?
Haha, it's Le Pen. Pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
The proof, Your Excellency, is this fountain pen.
A fountain pen? How could that possibly be relevant?
These magical pens somehow seem to have enough ink to write many thousands of kanji characters. I believe they arrived in our country for the first time some 15 years ago now.
Bah! I swear by a weasel hair calligraphy brush and nothing else. These newfangled pens are merely a fad.
It's interesting to see that Aochi is embodying basically those who are like, you know, stick to the old technology kind of thing. There's nothing particularly wrong with sticking with your calligraphy brush and stuff, but it's not portable, you know? It's not portable at all. Well, as a forward-thinking man of words, obviously I love my fountain pen. Suck up a soup cone? How do you read that? What is that? What is that letter C? So cone of sumptuous ink and one's work is awash with words in the blink of an eye. That's right. Conservationisto. Yeah, he's a conservative guy. Mr. Aochi here. Fountain pens have a small reservoir in the barrel, into which ink is sucked up through the nib of the pen in order to write with later.
What does all this Talking of sucking up ink, have
And just as it's possible to suck ink up into the reservoir, it's also possible to eject it through the nib again, of course.
My word! Can this really be?
Well, many memo-san. Oh, dog cam. Hold on, where's my camera? Dog camu. He does that a lot when he's going on his bed. He likes to snuggle wuggle on his bed. When you saw the deadly poison before your eyes in the laboratory that day, you used your fountain pen, your very lifeblood, to steal some of it, didn't you? By siphoning the poison up through the nib and into the pen's reservoir. Ah!
more absurdity that never happened.
True, we've heard that there were procedures in place to prevent thieves like this from the laboratory. But would anyone have thought to look inside a fountain pen of all places?
No, I'm a little ashamed to say. That for fear of offending our guests, such a detailed search would not have been conducted. Well, this is quite startling, I must say.
I remind the court that this pen was found in the clutches of the victim when she died. In other words, it was dropped at the scene by Mini Memo-san. Hello, Utren. It's okay, baby. I'm almost done, baby. So the crucial question is, when exactly was the pen dropped?
Are you suggesting...
The natural conclusion is that in your haste to act whilst the victim was distracted for a moment, you dropped the pen after you emptied the poison from it into her glass.
There could be any number of alternative explanations. For example, the witness could have been using his pen to write down details of his conversation with the victim. And when shocked by one of her outrageous answers, the pen fell from his quivering hand.
No, that can't be. If it was, how do you explain why the pen was devoid of ink? Oh, your class is done, TPG. Otsukaresama deshita. Ooh, time to go home. Take care on the way home, ne? Hi. Have a safe way home. Hehe.
What?
As you can see for yourself, if you examine the evidence, there would appear to be no ink present in the reservoir. What newspaper reporter goes to interview someone with nothing in his pen? No, the pen was dropped after the poison that filled its reservoir had been emptied into the victim's glass.
Witness, what do you have to say in your defense?
It's okay. Why are you under my chair? Hold on, let me give a head pat to little Utrin. Observe ma, but mortals? Their Excellency. Aw, cute Utren. He's just here at the chair. I don't know if the cam can reach it. Comment. Think a bit. No. Oh, there. Ah, man. He's right at the feet of my chair. Yeah, I patted him, don't worry. It's a cutie boy.
So this is how our modern justice system works, is it?
So what if the ink in my pen runs dry?
So what if my pencil snaps? Oh, I can always claw my way back into the game. I have plenty in reserve.
He's going Wolverine on us.
Oh,
Came in time for dog cam. Hi. He's under the chair. Damn, he's going ninja mode. You claim I sucked the poison up into my pen? That's wild speculation, nothing more. If you thought you could bring down a fine, upstanding citizen with a trick like that, think again. It looks as though it's going to take one final decisive blow to finish this matter. As I see it, the situation is now very simple. It rests upon whether or not this witness indeed stole the poison on the day in question. And therefore, it all depends upon whether or not the defense can prove that he did with evidence. Ha! No such evidence could possibly exist. Many Memo-san, this is how our modern justice system works. What? In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Something you would do well to remember. Because we are well past the point of speculation at this stage, I assure you.
Very well then. I call upon the defense to present the aforementioned evidence.
This is it then. This will be the final piece in the puzzle. The defense can prove by means of this item that it was the witness's pen that was used to steal the poison. Thank you, Mikotoba Papa.
Counsel, what is that bottle?
This bottle contains the unique chemical reagent that can identify the poison in question. Oh, hello, baby. Nani, baby? Nani, baby, uture. It's okay. It's okay, baby. We need to go out? Oh no, baby, it's the climax. Let's finish this first, okay? Goodbye, Utren.
Yes, that poison is an entirely new synthesis of alkaloids developed by my colleagues and I. It would be impossible to detect traces of it by any other method.
Okay, wait lang, baby. Almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done, baby. Yes, baby. Or from another perspective, simply with this chemical reagent, anybody at all could check for traces of the poison. Nani kore? Hi, baby. Nani, nani? Hi, mama. Do you really need to go? Yes, baby Utre? Tell me, baby. Where? You need to go? Are you sure? Mom, I understand, but it's time to end, No, he needs to go to the bathroom, I think. Hold on. Let me call for backup. Chatomate, I'll just mute since I'll be talking to a family member.
Oh, a regent! What?
One drop of the contents of this bottle on the tip of your fountain pen, Many Memo-san, is all it will take to solve this case beyond all reasonable doubt.
No, you can't. I won't.
Your crimes are bad enough, but at least know when to admit defeat. Your Excellency, the defense requests permission to carry out the test on the fountain pen at once. Oh my god, his camera! This isn't my fault! The Empire drove me to do this, trying to hold its head high as a justice, righteousness, memo!
What? Susato, with me! I'm there. Hiya! Oh, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Oh my god. Round of applause for these wonderful ladies. Oh my god. Oh, sugoi. Did I do it right? That was a Susato takedown, wasn't it? Not quite. Wow, strict teacher, yo. That was a Ryutaro takedown. Yes, we tried. I know we're almost done, baby. I can feel it. We're almost done, baby. I can feel it. We're about to get the guilty sentence. I mean, the innocent sentence for us and guilty for the reporter guy. The instant the drop of the regent touched the nib of the fountain pen. Oh, yes, baby, I know. Shall we call brother again? Here, baby, see? Look, it's dialing. Yeah, okay? Yeah, just wait, okay? I'm so sorry. You can do it, we can do it. It was clear to everyone present. Oh, damn, he looks like he lost his life force. When I saw it there in the lab, the poison, the devil got hold of me and I decided to do it on a whim. I excused myself and emptied all the ink down the sink in the bathroom, washing the reservoir out carefully. And then you waited for an opportunity to suck up some of the poison, didn't you? Into your fountain pen. Yes, that's right. Answer me one thing, Memo-san. Why did you steal? For what purpose? Almost done, baby. Isn't it obvious? To find out what it was made of and expose it in an article. I mean, it was a secret project after all. Too juicy for a journal like me to pass up.
Then why did the English woman end up dead?
I went into that hut intending to quiz her on her situation, that's all. As a reporter. A known killer enjoying full freedom, evading justice by leaving the country. I told her what I thought about it. Yes, baby, almost done. It's already in the touching part. And she just laughed in my face. Oh, what's this? A Far Eastern caveman purporting to practice journalism? Really? You must learn the difference between reporting and listening at doorways, you ignorant plebeian. What did you call me? This country with its pretensions to a justice system, to a free press, it's all very depressing. You see our superior ways in the West, yet you lack the mental capacity to emulate them. Get out of here, you oaf! Get out and crawl back into the cave you came from. That's when I remembered about the deadly poison I happened to have in my pen at that time. Yes, it Tread, almost done. Yes, baby, I know. We're almost there. We're really, really almost there. Could you please? Because it's going to take forever if I bring you down first. Hi. Okay, let's get some backup first then, okay? Alright, I'm gonna mute again, guys. Hold on. Yeah, trying to contact brother. What a terrible fate. Yes, baby, look, it's dialing.
Yeah, styling, baby. See?
In my head, I knew I should get out of there as quickly as possible, but I couldn't. I couldn't let her get away with what she'd done, when she clearly had no remorse at all.
Alright, brother to the rescue.
I suppose it was my Giorno spirit getting all fired up.
Fine.
I'd like to ask you something. Yes? You often talk about justice. But surely as a journalist you could have used other means to deliver the justice you sought. There's no justice in the press. Sorry? After that trial 9 months ago, I kept digging and digging to find out what had happened in that courtroom. And finally, I discovered the truth. It was a cover-up! That's what it was!
A cover-up? What do you mean?
I would remind you of your position, witness. Be careful of what you say.
Oh, come on! Doesn't it strike you as strange? We're suddenly not allowed to convict a foreign national? Consular jurisdiction should have never come into it. And yet that puffed-up English woman was going to sail away into the sunset as a free woman. Yes, baby. Brother's coming. The only possible explanation is that behind the scenes, some deal had gone down between Britain and Japan. What sort of deal? I done my research, dug up all the dirt. It was all ready to be published. But you know what happened? The editor just tore the article up.
He came under pressure from the government, you mean?
If our government is going to let criminals walk free, if they're going to crush the free press, then what choice do I have but to see that justice is done myself? Let's not forget, Mademoiselle, that you committed murder yourself and you tried to lay the blame at the defendant's door. I'm sorry, but you're no better than Giselle Brett.
What?
The truth is you have no right to talk about justice at all.
I suppose.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, he did commit a crime, a murder, and then he's trying to pin it on someone else. I don't think that's great at all. He's no better than other criminals who've done the same. I understand the frustration of the justice system. I know that. I know that very well. But yeah, it's just you just became what you sought to fight against, you know? And that's one of the worst endings you can have, becoming what you hated. Whatever you were against.
It would appear that we have reached a conclusion in this trial at last. Counsel for the defense, Ryataru Naruhodo.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Your Excellency. Just musing in a manly way here.
Musing in a manly way? What? It's almost unbelievable that this is your first experience of the Supreme Court. It was an excellent performance. In truth, it very much reminded me of your cousin's exploits.
Oh, naruhodo sa Ryunosuke, you mean?
The way he handled the trial 9 months ago and the way you handled this one, it gives me hope that we are genuinely entering a new era of justice in this land.
That's very flattering, Your Excellency.
Hearing the defense you put forward today made me feel most keenly that the future of our justice system will be forged by you and your contemporaries.
Thank you.
So, Prosecutor Aochi, do you have any final thoughts?
Eh, nani kore? Aochi-san? Prosecutor Aochi?
Oh my god, I know what he's doing. Oh my god. Oh no. Aochi-san, no.
I, Taketsuchi of the Aochi clan, have been bested by a callow youth not once but twice. If there was any shred of my former self left, it has withered and died here today.
Yeah, he's about to commit Sudoku. Oh my god. Gosh, your journey to cultural enlightenment sure took a while, didn't it?
Silence! Rather than living on in shame,
Oh god. Is he actually gonna do it?
I will end it all now with this blade. For that is the true path of Ouchism!
Aochism?
One hopes that's the only way in which he'll be modeling himself after the witness.
Sprig of my top knot, the time is right for farewell. Hope is lost forever. Taketsuchi.
Wait, are you telling me? Nani kore? Oh my god! Oh my god! For real? Oh my god, not you too, Hosonaga-san. Oh my god, the whole courtroom is in it. Oh my god. Bam! I am touched by Aochi's honor. Ooh, my god. Amen. Hi, amen. R.I.P. Aochi-san's sprig of his top knot. Yes. A moment of silence. Okay.
Now, in regard to the defendant Rei Membami-san,
Yes, Your Excellency.
I have reached my final verdict. I hereby find you not guilty.
Oh, sakura flowers this time. Look at that. We won.
Your sides, PN. I liked it. That was so dramatic for unnecessary reasons.
Court is adjourned.
Ka-chunk.
That was beautiful. That was the most beautiful scene I've seen so far. August 13, 2:38 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber. Hi, it's
Correct suggestion by right. It's over. My heart is still pounding in my chest though. It's all I can do just to stay standing. Lawyers have such great responsibility, such a great burden to bear. Don't they, Naruhodo-san?
Susato! Susato!
Thank you. Thank you so much. You were so dashing in there. Ray and Father. Honestly, I'm so touched by everything you've... Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. It wasn't easy, but together we made it. I was on the verge of tears at the end too. The only reason I'm still here is because of you. Oh no, I can't take all the credit. It took courage to tell the truth in there. You did wonderfully, Ray. So I would have to say that, the congratulations belongs to you.
Susato, don't be so standoffish.
Sorry?
We're friends, equals, and the trial's over. So no more of this formal super humility nonsense.
It's time to celebrate with swagger. To throw caution to the wind. Caution to the... what? I'm the great defense lawyer, Ryotaro Naruhodo, and I'm taking you out to a milk bar tomorrow. Milk bar? Or something. Right, I see. I'll think about it, Ray. At any rate, we really knocked the wind out of that horrid man, and it felt so good. Yes, it was satisfying. It really was. Isn't there anybody else we could throw together?
I hope you're not looking at me, Ray.
Oh my goodness, no, of course not. Of course not. There it is at last. Ray's lovely smile.
You fought for your friend to the very last. As your father, I'm extremely proud of you, Defense Attorney Ryotaro Naruhodo.
Thank you, but I couldn't have done it without your help. Anyway, it's time to bid farewell to Ryotaro, I think. I shall miss him in a way, but it's back to Susato Mikotoba now. So I'll never see him again then? What a terrible shame. Wait, what's the what? Who's saying this? Who's saying what? Oh!
What is happening?
Ah, Saseki-san and Inspector Hosonaga. I do hope you've been keeping well.
Is that really you?
Yes, I had to change my appearance for, well, obvious reasons, I hope. But it's me, Susato Mikotoba.
I don't. So dashing, so divine.
No!
Doubly dashing, yes, and devilishly divine. Just look at you. I had no idea, Miss Susato-san Esquiress, that you were locum student Naruhodo-san's Esquire's cousin. Astonishingly astounding, Ace Attorney.
Poor Saseki-san, so confused.
His little brain is going brrrt, tit, tit, tit.
I still remember the first time I ever met him. He was in a prison cell in London.
Hello, Tread and brother, welcome back.
What an extraordinary conundrum it was that the unwitting student from Japan found himself embroiled in. But after Naruhodo-san's skillful defense at the Old Bailey, Saseki-san was free to return to Japan.
Goodbye, Tread.
And now he seems to have earned himself great fame as an author.
I'm stunned. That's a truly impressive disguise. Even I had no idea, and I'm a chief inspector at the police bureau. Who came up with Mr. Turtle, no less?
It's okay, Uhtred.
I'm not sure you should be admitting to that, Inspector. Amazing! You're a woman of many faces, I see.
Just two, really, and this was a once-in-a-lifetime event, I hope. Oh, I'm not a patch on you, though, Inspector.
Well, I am a professional, of course.
I do worry about Inspector Hosonaga sometimes, I really do. 9 months ago, when he appeared here at the Supreme Court to testify, he was undercover disguised as the head waiter of a restaurant. And then on the steamship to Great Britain, of course, disguised as a sailor to keep us safe on the journey. Oh, Kazuma-san! Though that didn't help you, did it? Kazuma-sama. Kazuma-sama!
From my perspective, I have to admit that I have mixed feelings about all this. I mean, now the truth has been lost forever. Oh, what do you mean? I'm talking about the murder that the English woman committed at the end of last year. Ah, yes, it was an English doctor she killed, as I understand it. Dr. John H. Wilson, yes. The man I invited to Japan personally.
It's somewhat like a credits for dudes. Yeah, true.
The mystery is, why did she kill him? And now that the culprit herself is dead, we'll probably never know the answer. Oh, the voyage to Great Britain, we had a most unexpected encounter. With Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, the great detective, I mean. Yes, I remember Mr. Sholmes well, of course. Ah, my arch nemesis. How lightly you utter his name. Nemesis. Well, according to the stories published about him in The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, the detective once had a partner who helped him solve crimes, a best friend. And that man was an exceptional doctor of medicine by the name of John H. Wilson.
What? Dr. Wilson?
I just can't believe that it's a coincidence. I think that the English doctor of medicine killed here in Japan 9 months ago must have been the friend and partner of Mr. Sholmes. And if that's really true, then the poor girl won't ever see her beloved father again. As you know, I traveled to Great Britain once myself to study. It was around the time you were born.
Yes, grandmother told me about it.
On returning to Japan, I took up my professorship at the Imperial Yume University. But I also served another role as an advisor to the government on diplomatic affairs.
Yes, I was aware of that as well.
In that case, I'm sure you understand that there are some confidential matters I cannot divulge to you.
Oh, Papa knows something. Could you just tell me one thing? Why did you summon me back to Japan? Oh, no problem, mean lord. Thank you for staying with us, ne? Have a good sleep if you're going to sleep, ne? Or if you're doing something else. Take care.
Hi. Arigato. And I'm not a peach. I'm apricot. Ne? Ne ne ne?
Hontou ni arigato, meme lord. Otsukare. It's been 2 months now since I returned. When I left England, it was because an urgent telegram had arrived from Japan. It said that you'd collapsed with a high fever and you were growing weaker by the day. What? Where did that news come from? That's what I'd like to know. Because after that long sea voyage, I found you in fine health, Father. Was there something in Great Britain that you perceive might inconvenience me in some way? Or harm me? That's really the only explanation I can think of.
Dear me. Do you reserve your most cutting glares for your father, Susato? I'm sorry, my dear, I simply can't.
Ah, let me go!
Many memos? Hey? Many memos, huh? So one throw wasn't enough for you. I've got one last thing to say before they take me away, Professor.
Me?
I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate.
Visiting student?
Giselle Brett, you mean? No, not her, the student of law who left for Great Britain 8 months ago.
What? Student of law?
He must mean... Kazuma-sama? What are you talking about? What does any of this have to do with Kazuma-sama? Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England, that he died on that steamship, and that he'll never... Ah! Oh, Judge, you can do that too? Wow. The judge can do the Susato takedown. Whoa.
Well, I didn't expect to find him in here. What were you officers playing at?
Terribly sorry, sir, Your Excellency.
You're fired.
I was coming to tell you that the rickshaw has arrived, Eugene. And it's a good job I came by. Yes, thank you for your dealing with him, and I'll be there shortly.
Oh, Your Excellency.
The trial's over. I'm not your excellency anymore. Merely your father's friend, Seishiro Jikoku.
Wow, they're friends. Well, yeah, Mikotoba has so many high-profile friends, yo.
And may I say that since I saw you last, you seem to have taken on a more dashing appearance. Susato.
Did you know all along? From the start of the trial?
A judge sees everything, Susato. I couldn't let you take the risk. If Seishiro here hadn't known, then he'd recognize you. So I had a word in his ear beforehand, as an old friend. So Seishiro, shall we? Yes, having ruled on that case, we now have various diplomatic issues to address.
Before you go, Father.
Sorry, my dear, we shall have to return to our earlier conversation at a later date. But well done again, both of you. You did admirably.
Oh, thank you very much.
What did you think of my Seishiro sling, eh? It's been a while since I sent a man flying like that.
Wow, he copied the Susato takedown. He has Seishiro sling.
Whatever could Father be hiding from me? About Giselle Brett? About Dr. Wilson? And now it seems, according to the reporter, about Kazuma-sama. I'm going to have to bring this up with Father sometime, when nobody else is around. Judicial Assistant Mikotoba-san Esquires. Could I have a word? Man, the titles he gives are so damn long.
Oh, yes, of course, Sasaki-san. What is it?
I think perhaps it could be fate that we're meeting again like this now. You see, there's something I need to tell you.
Hey? Nani, nani? Whoa, I have scratches on my arm. Where did that come from? It's not the arm that Uhtred was going at. Hey, nani? Oh?
I believe that it may be related to the reason why your father summoned you back from England.
This I have to hear. Good boy, Uhtred, good boy. Please, Sasaki-san, tell me at once.
I will!
As you know, my time in England was terrible.
It's okay, Uhtred. It's okay, it's not you, it was the character. I'm almost done, baby.
Such awful things I was embroiled in. Thank goodness locum student Aruhodan-san Esquire stepped in. After he secured my freedom, I couldn't wait to get on a ship back here to my homeland.
Aw, cute Uhtred. Cute baby. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I'm almost done.
Having arrived in Japan, I submitted a report about my experiences to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The next thing I knew, I had a visitor. It was your father, Professor Mikotoba. He wanted to ask me all sorts of things about my report.
My father? Yes, baby, I will. We're very close.
He seemed to be especially taken with a particular part of the report. Anyway, he left eventually, having thoroughly quizzed me. But it was the very next day that he sent a telegram to you asking you to return to Japan.
What was it then, the particular part my father was interested in? Hold on, baby. Good boy. Okay, almost there.
I don't really know exactly. But do you remember them? Those two terrible cases I was caught up in?
Damn, this dude has PTSD.
Of course, I could never forget. Your father seemed to concern himself mainly with the second case.
The second what?
You mean, the one Mr. Sholmes forbade any of us to talk about in public? Which is why the only case involving you that any member of the public is aware of is the first?
Well, I don't care. I don't have to listen to what that dastardly detective says.
Anyway, the point is, it seems that case somehow holds the key to all these curious unanswered questions. Hold on, let me just check where my dog went.
Oh, you went missing for a moment. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. Yes, good boy. I love you. Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Be out of Yes, behave.
The horrific, hideous, heinous crime. The case of the haunted lodgings. That case somehow caused my father to summon me here urgently back to Japan. I thought that whole business was over, but it seems I was wrong.
Sit down. Sit down, Richard.
Perhaps that was only the start. Perhaps the story is not yet told.
Bum bum bum. Okay, good boy. Almost done. Whoa! Cutscene! Look at that. It's cutscene.
かの英国留学生の事件は決着がついたのでございます。大司院に立ってほんの少し分かったような気がいたしました。なるほど様が異国の法廷で何に立ち向かっているのかを。今日はもう一つお知らせしたいことがあって
What is grave? I can't.
夏目漱石様がおっしゃった2つ目の事件、 父は何も語りませんが、あの事件にはどうやら大きな謎を解く重要な鍵が眠っているようでございます。あの事件の記録はお部屋の棚の左隅に残しておきました。よろしければ振り返ってみてはいかがでしょうか。日本はいよいよ夏の盛り、今日も抜けるような青空でございます。なるほど様、もう一度お会いしたく存じます。すさと。
Wow. Oh, that's cute. At the same time, I'm just sad.
Alright, so we got the first case done. Whoopee! Dun 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 dun.
Let's save our progress. Okay, let's put in number 2. Alright, so thank you very much for passing by or staying in my stream today. I'm so sorry, like, for being late. I did not expect the traffic back home, especially on a weekday. But anyway, so thank you very much for being patient with me and waiting for me to go live. I really appreciate it, ne? Alright. So my next stream will be over at Twitch. I'll be continuing Valkyria Chronicles 4 on... Oh no, I don't remember what day. Oh no, what day am I supposed to be on Twitch? I forgot. Yabe.
Ito.
Ah, here it is. I'll be there on the 23rd. So that is on Saturday. Hi, Saturday at 10 p.m. GMT plus 8. Then on Sunday, on the 24th, I'll be back here in YouTube to continue the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Same time, 10 p.m. GMT plus 8. Yeah, alright. So, Otsu Anzu. If you know my outro, say it with me. If you know our outro, say it with me. If you don't, listen well so we can say it together next time. You ready? You ready? Alright, here we go. And as always,
Katonk.
I'll see you in the next package delivery.
Bye bye.
Oi, you say bye-bye to Gremlin.
Bye bye.
Very good. Good Gremlin.
Bye.